What's good? What's good? What's good, my peoples? What's goody? What's goody? We in the building. We got some things to talk about, don't we? Did Terence Crawford make headlines today or what? He went in. He went in on Errol Spence. He went in on Teoimo Lopez. He went in on Jaron Boots Ennis. He went in. He went in. He left nobody behind. Ain't that right? He left nobody behind. Nothing left to your imagination. He let you know what it was from the very beginning. Mind Mansa Musa LLC, my brother. 4K in the building. What's up, family? 8, what's up, family? JJ Short Deuce, Pope Porter, John J. Doe, Timster the 9, what's up, family? Marquis, Jonathan 97, Chris J, Ron, 88 Sports Talk, Mr. 62nd Street, A Curry, peace of blessings, Queen. How you feeling today? Southwest Dice, my brother, the cerebral one, Lewis Bay, King Maine, BK Don, 718 is Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. Joseph Johnson, what up, nephew? Stephen 47, Deuce, Walter Tran, Lance, Dealbreaker, Young King Company, where you been at, great brother? Pugilist Shiznit, what's good? Charles Fryer, what's good? Boxing Cartel, my great brother, what's up, family? Antonio Durley, what's good? Tavon Dupree, Omaha, Nebraska in the building. Southwest Dice, what's up? Hen Dog, the fearless one. Stephen L. Lamack, TR, Patrick Bell, Antonio Durley, what's up, family? Heemstack Paper, what's up? Heemstack Paper. 8, what's up? Patrick Bell, Denzel Horton, Jones 2-3, Ishmael Barroso, what's up, family? What's goody? What's goody? Maya Egypt, peace and blessings, Queen. How you feeling today, Queen? What's goody? What's goody? Jeremy 26, NFO, Dunk Flush, Rob Bass. What's goody? What's goody? Claymore Rain, my brother. Click the link. Go subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. Claymore, you already know what to do. Drop the link in the chat. Everybody go subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. Band up. What up, nephew? How you feeling? Larry Lopez, what's up? Just Being E. Melvin Harris. Will Smith, my brother. Will Smith, what's up? 3800 Ernesto, what's good? Hey, Will, man, you're making sure you're taking care of my cousin, my loved one, my family. Make sure you look after her, Will. I love her. Bobby Collins, what's good? Jasper Sinks, what's good? D. Rich Richardson, what's good? Willette Strong, peace of blessings. Lance, what's good? How you feeling, Queen? Montavia Berry, what's good? Abijah Johnson, what's up, nephew? Smoking Joe 214, what's good, great brother? My brother, Bish, B Megastar in the building. Derek Yimenez, where you been at, great brother? How you feeling? Salute to my brother, Derek Yimenez in the building. Walter Hobson, what's good? Shun G 85, Judah 773, Christopher Carr, what's up? Maya Egypt, peace and blessings to the Queen. Texas, what's good, great brother? Hampton Ski 9, Dub C, my brother in the building. Limon Barber, what's good? Loudmouth Bully, what's good, family? Say Cool Bilal, what's good? Park Hill Raider Blackout, what's good? Carl Holmes, what's good? J-Man, what's good? TR, what's good? Vontae's Too Clean in the building. DeMarcus Martin, what's up, family? Marshall Law, Christopher Bowen, where you been at, great brother? Where you been at? The Liba 9-6, Phil, what's good? So let's get into this. Luther Boyd, what's up, family? Terence Crawford, he went what they say, scorch earth. He went what they say, scorch earth. He went absolutely in, did he not? Alan, what's good? He said, last time I checked, we get our eyes checked thoroughly. Any boxer knows that, unless you're a casual. If you are a real boxer, you know what it is. That's what Terence Bud Crawford said. Derek Cook, what's good? Tony, peace and blessings, Queen. How you feeling today? CJ Mack, what's good, family? J-Man, what's good? So now, check this out, right? Terence Crawford went in. Oh, my gosh, 808 Wireless, what's up? TR, what's up, family? He went absolutely in. He said, Teoimo Lopez, he need to be focused on those young dudes that's on his heels. That's what his focus needs to be, right? And then he said, with Errol Spence, he said, listen, we all get our eyes checked thoroughly before the fight. I don't know what he's talking about, Wow. Then he went in on Jaron Ennis. He said he had his opportunity twice and he didn't take it. Now you're talking about a dude that can't even fill out a ballroom? Make it make sense. That's what he said. That's what Bud Crawford said. He went in. He went in, right? Now, Jesse R, what's up, family? Now I'm going to tell you guys, like I told you guys, right? Now, when it comes to the situation with Errol Spence in his eyes, I gave you guys my breakdown, my assessment of when people said, how could he pass the eye exam, right? And I told you guys how I'm able to pass eye exams, and maybe that's how Errol Spence passed eye exams. But according to Terence Crawford and according to Ishe Smith, they're saying that they dilate your pupils, right? And take an extensive look into your eyes. Roddy 459, what's good? He said Errol was joking. People always taking it too far. Why do we feel the need? Please explain to me. Only in the sport of boxing. J-Man, what's up? Why do we feel the need to come to the defense and make up our own narratives? What are you talking about? He was joking. What leads you to believe he was joking? Did he put a laughing emoji? Did he put a joking emoji? Did he put LOL? Because I don't recall him doing any of those things. As a matter of fact, he doubled back and erased it. If he was only joking, then he wouldn't have erased it. And then he addressed it extensively on his Twitter and went in on how Terence Crawford might be the better fighter, but he's able to feed his family. He absolutely went in and he said that he wasn't living a fighter lifestyle and it was about time also for it to catch up to him. So where did you get that he was joking? Crypto Zora, what's good? Where did you get it and find that he was joking? Please explain to us where he was joking at. Let us know. Since you decided to put yourself out there in defense, in defense and say he was only joking. We people always taking it too far. What are you talking about? He was only joking, and how are we taking it too far when he's a fighter and he put it out there? Please explain what you're talking about. I swear, in the sport of boxing, we live in an era of clowns are us. That's what we living in. You have more men, defended men in the sport of boxing that they pay for instead of just standing on it. Errol Spence stands on everything he said. If he was joking, he would have told you he was joking. Point blank and period. That's how he operates. That's exactly how he operates. Liddy Squad said, Blue, you on Crawford's side. No, I'm on the side of right. And I offered you and extended you the opportunity to come up here and explain your point, and you did not. So stay in the child's place. Always want to talk in the crowd. People love to do that. Put your camera on and come up here and state your point. You do a lot of talking in the chat, but not really actually saying much. Then he said, you're not a Spence fan. You're not a real Spence fan. I know. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. I've been a fan of the sport of boxing. I told you, I've been a fan of the sport of boxing before Errol Spence was born, unlike yourself. Yes, I'm a fan of Errol Spence and been a supporter of Errol Spence. I bought more Errol Spence merchandise than you have in your entire life. So what are you talking about? I've been in this boxing game for years. I don't care how many years you've been in the game of boxing. That don't make you educating the sport of boxing. That means nothing. I've been in the game for 33 years. That means nothing to me. I've been in the game more than you have, longer than you have. Pay attention. Paying attention is actually free, but it's the most expensive free thing we have in the world. So what are you talking about that you've been in the game for 33 years? You should check my resume. You should do your homework on me. You've been in the game for 33 years, still has nothing on me. And that means absolutely nothing. You ever heard of the saying, there's old fools out here? He said, I shadowbox Roberto Duran. That means nothing to me. You shadowbox Roberto Duran. I shadow.
Lou, can you hear me?
In the hallway at the MGM. What does that mean? It means absolutely nothing. So what point exactly was you making that you shadow box Roberto Duran? You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? It just makes you an old, silly. That's all it does for you. That's all. And if you truly been in the sport of boxing for 33 years, then you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Martial law, what's good? The fact that you came in here trying to defend, talking about I'm not an Errol Spence fan, but you've been in the sport of boxing as long as Errol Spence been alive. And you trying to say I'm not an Errol Spence fan. No, you're right. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first, then I'm an Errol Spence fan second. Get your life together. He came in here talking about, oh, you ain't know what does that have to do with it? What does what Terence Crawford saying has to do with anything? Terence Crawford is the one that fights him. Terence Crawford is the one that talked about the eye exam. What does that have to do with me? Why are you telling me how long you've been in the sport of boxing? Hey, Dub C, he's telling me I've been in the sport of boxing for 33 years. Why are you directing it at me when Terence Crawford, who's the fighter, said this? Why are you talking about what you have accomplished and who you have shadow box? Shadow box. He didn't even say spar. He said he shadow boxed Roberto Duran. I didn't even know that meant anything. He allowed you to break a sweat and he allowed you to warm up with him. But you wasn't a vital part of what Roberto Duran was doing. He just wanted you another able body in front of him to break a sweat. You meant nothing to Roberto Duran. That's why after he broke a sweat, you sat on the ring apron and made sure you had water available for him. Larry Lopez, what's up, family? My brother, my co-host, A-Side, Armstrong Consultant, Ring Rivals with my brother A-Side in the building. What's good with your family? How you feeling?
What's going on, Blue? How you feeling, man?
Why can't I hear my brother? What are we doing here? What is this? What is this? What is this?
Mic check,
mic
check. Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm coming in clear?
Yep.
For sure.
You can hear the soundboard?
Yeah, I can hear the soundboard. I can hear you. I can hear the soundboard as soon as I came in.
Okay.
You couldn't hear me.
Via Ferrer, what's up, family? The brother came in here challenging me. You talk too much. How about you drop the link so I can tighten you up? Okay, Liddy Squad. Now, Liddy Squad, just understand, right? When I do such a thing, this waste of time that is going to be for me to cook you, it's going to cost you a wager, right? Because we know you have nothing to stand on. So, Liddy Squad, I have no problem sending you the link, but just understand this ain't free. So I have, first of all, you have to tell me, what are we talking about? Daniel Stanley, what's up, family? Tyson Bays, what's up? Because, boys, what's up, family? Because, Contrell LaGrue, what's good? Because my time ain't free. The most precious thing we have in the world is time. The people didn't come here to hear you. They came here to hear me and A-Side talk about this beautiful sport of boxing. So here, what are we talking about? What's the topic at hand so we can get right to the point, because I don't like to play around my food. And second of all, Yee Hunter, what's up, nephew? T Buzz, what's up, family? So what's the wager is? David Rollison, what's good? So what's the wager? Liddy Squad, and what are we talking about? What's the topic? Make it quick, please, great brother. Please hurry up. People came here to hear real boxing fans talk. They came here to hear real boxing minds talk. They didn't come here to hear you. Jay Isaac, what's good? Anthony X, what's up, family? Okay, so he said Dub C said it's $100. Okay, so it's $100. Dub C already spoken. He already put it down. That's $100. It's $100. You'll wager your channel. I wager my house. You ain't wagering a house. You don't have a house. So here's the thing. Any person with a house is not talking about wager my house. So you don't have a house. So Liddy Squad, Dub C said it's $100. We got $100 on it. Mike J, what's up, family? And what are we talking about? Benjamin Harrington, what's good? He said that the topic is Errol Spence, Dub C. He said the topic is Errol Spence. Is that what we're talking about? Liddy Squad, Gaza Trini, what's up? Brother, I am an electrician. I make $220K a year. My wife makes more than that. Click the link. What's the topic? Cinnamon Savage, what's up, family? What's the topic, Liddy Squad? You just told me that you make less than my wife in a year. That means absolutely nothing to me. That means that you wouldn't even be the breadwinner in my household. That's not a good thing. Shakara Abdullah, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you feeling today? King Vonnie, 86, what's up, family? Jeff Sparks, what's up, family? Topic is how you switched up on Spence. Good, perfect. Okay, I'm going to send you the link right now. So you heard what he said, right, Dub C? Because Dub C is keeping tabs. He said that the topic is I switched up on Errol Spence, and he said that we got this $100 because he makes over 100K, 220K to be exact, a year. As a matter of fact, let's up the wager. Since you make 220K, big money. So let's have the wager at $300. But I'm going to need you to stand on your square, great brother. And so since you have big money, 220K a year, and you have free money to spend, so I need you to go ahead and drop half of that in the super chat. Everybody here knows I'm good for it. And if you win, I will send you that and some back. I have no problem doing that. You get your bread back. So it's like escrow. So the link is in the chat, great brother, right there. For Shirley Sean, what's up, nephew? The link is in the chat. I'm so Florida, what's up? The link is right there in the chat, great brother. Please turn your camera on because we need to see this mansion that you're living in because you make 220K a year. Hey, Abama, what's up, family? TY, what's up, family? Yeah, this is our own TY. This is our own version of escrow. So go ahead, great brother. Big spender. Let's go. I need some more singles for the strip club. Drop it in here. Let's go. Come on, great brother. The link is in the chat. Come on, brother. Come on. What are you waiting for? Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reach in the building. What's up, family? Jimmy Bernard, what's good? Quincy Carter, my brother, what's good? I promise y'all I'll make quick work on him so we get back to the topic at hand. You see, A-Side is already bored. He's like, man, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Rody, what's good? Ogden Knight, 801 Gaming, what's up, family? He said he shadowboxed Roberto Duran, right? I ain't never heard nobody proud to say that. He didn't say I sparred Roberto Duran. Unknown was good. I shadowboxed with Roberto Duran. And I shadowboxed with a lot of fighters.
And won.
With Roberto Duran. Who says that, A-Side? Sugar Nance was good. I shadowboxed with Tommy Hearns in the lobby.
And beat him.
You know what I'm saying? And I was successful. Eastside Easy, what's up? I came out the victor. Sam Abiva, what's up?
Every time.
Hey, A-Side, they kept scoring everything.
For sure, yeah.
You
beat him every not one time, but every time.
Yeah. Chris Woman said, so who won the shadow box? Right. He's proud to say I shadow box Roberto Duran. That means he picked you to help him warm up. And once he broke a sweat, he said, hey, I need you to step out the ring. I need you to clear my space, brother. Get back. I'm sure his publicist came over and they said, we need you to move back now. Take a step back. Take a step back. And then he said, "I'll sign your T-shirt later." That's what happened. Take a step back, brother. I'll sign your T-shirt later. J-Man said he was an intern towel boy. How you? Dietrich Shellman was good. Hey, he said he was an intern towel boy. An intern towel boy.
Yo,
That guy.
that's wild.
What's up, family? Hey, how are you a such thing? He said, Dub C said, I shadow box Martin Lawrence. Facts. Hey, Dub C, he got what was the belt that Martin had? Raw Dog has spoken. What was the name of the belt that he had? He was like, oh, bro done disappeared. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought he challenged you.
Yeah, he challenged me. Now he done disappeared.
That's wild.
Hey, so I said that's wild.
That's wild. No, seriously, I was like, all right, he about to come up here.
You knew he wasn't coming.
Bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is me. For sure. I was like, hey,
hey, he skipped out with easy money. Oh man, ain't that a shame? Salute to my brother Devin Bell in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He says, showing love to the channel Blue and A-Side. Been a minute. Salute to you, King. How you feeling? How you feeling, great brother? We appreciate you.
He realized he was an electrician and he wasn't built for debate. Or he wasn't built for debate against Blue.
Yeah, he felt like he knew that electrician wasn't gonna mix with this water, so he dipped off.
It wasn't gonna mix very well. It wasn't. But he shadowed debate with you and won. So
yeah,
it's hard to believe it.
Now he's gonna go tell people he shadow boxed me and Roberto Duran. Ain't that something?
And won. Yeah, for sure.
And won, exactly. Mr. O Iugu. Yeah, he talked. All right, Asa, it's just time to move on. So anyway, did you see what Terence Crawford just went absolutely in on everybody?
No, Bud went in on everybody.
He woke up today and he completely chose violence.
You gotta play it. You gotta play it. You got it on you?
No, he didn't. He just went in on Instagram, on Twitter.
Oh, on Instagram or Twitter?
Yeah, I'm gonna read you the tweets though.
Yeah, my wife got my phone right now.
I got you.
Yo.
He went in. Charles Edward Cheese, brother in the building. What's up with your cheese? All right, so he went in on Teo, Boots, and Errol.
Okay.
Right. First, he started off by saying, "LOL, hate it or love it. It hate it or love it. I'm just that guy. Anytime a fighter opens their mouth, my name is in it. So what does that tell you?" Then he says, "I wish I could fight more than one time a year, but these guys been running and hiding for years. Boxing nothing like it used to be, and everything when everybody fought each other."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Last I recall," towards Errol Spence now. "Last I recall, we definitely get our eyes checked thoroughly before every fight. I'm just saying. Any boxer would know that, but casual fans will say and make up anything." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Ishe Smith responded to that, right? And Ishe Smith, this is what Ishe Smith had to say. He said, quote, "Every fighter has to see an eye doctor before every fight. So you were out here fighting with cataracts? Question mark. I don't like social media." He put the cover in the face emoji. "Every fighter has to do extensive eye exam every fight. They dilate your eyes and look deep within the magnifying scope. So they never saw cataracts his whole pro career? Question mark. First it was the weight, now the eyes. Next it'll be his rear end. Just say he was the better man and be quiet. I use other words to paraphrase that. Clearly, he said other things.
For sure. Right.
Then he goes, Terence Crawford responds to this. And Teo responded to him. But Terence Crawford says,
I appreciate
you. About Jaron Boots Ennis. He says, where'd it go? Let me go to it. I just lost it. Who said Teo stops by Grand Region Thrag? Man, stop, man. Yeah, I think y'all be saying anything sometimes. Hold up. He says, he just tweeted this last thing. He said, okay, everyone, it's 7:45 a.m. in Bali, and I'm hungry. I'll holler at y'all another time. About to go eat some breakfast. That's what Terence Crawford, he just ended it by saying that, right? But this is what he said. He said, I might give y'all one more fight or not, because y'all don't know how to appreciate greatness when they see it, right? I live in the gym, but my whole career, these fighters been running behind people saying I'm on the wrong side of the street. Call this guy, call that guy. Make it make sense, right? Then he says, last I can recall, we definitely get our eyes checked. We talked about that. Then he says, like I said before, Jaron Boots Ennis had 2 opportunities to fight me. We talking about a kid that's still fighting in the theater. Make it make sense. Then he goes at Teoimo Lopez. And at Teoimo Lopez, your little blank, 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 better worry about them little guys that's on you down there in your weight class. It's crazy. Every time I see you, you look the other way. But when the camera's in front of you, you got so much to say. You know the rest. Matter of fact, you claim to be 2-division undisputed champion, but I am officially Mr. 2 times, Mr. First to do it. All right. Then he says, hey, Teo, nah, real good, real stuff. Good luck in your fight. Focus on him because he can fight, and I don't want you to look bad worrying about me when you got other problems. Can't make everybody happy. Yeah, I need 3 surgeries that I haven't got. So do that make me handicapped as well? Right? And he says to Teoimo Lopez, didn't George Kambosos Jr., shouldn't you be concerned about rematching George Kambosos? Because didn't he whip your butt? All right, so he just went scorch earth. You know, he just had enough, clearly, right? He's been seeing, he's on vacation with the wife. First of all, Asa, did you put your link in the chat?
I was listening. I was listening for the guy that wanted to challenge you. I just wanted to make sure I pay attention to what was going on. I thought we were gonna get a home cooking, but brother dipped out. I hope nobody timed the brother out.
No, ain't nobody timing him out. He escorted himself out.
So I came into that, and then I had to listen to Bud Crawford just totally go rampage. So,
listen to him go scorch earth.
Yeah, I forgot all about that link. I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
Hey, the link is pinned up in the chat. I need y'all to do me a favor. If you have not already, subscribe to my brother, A-Side, Armstrong Consultant, my co-host, my brother, Ring Rivals with my brother, A-Side. The link is right there, available in the chat. There is zero excuse not to be subscribed to him because it's an easy, simple steps. You click that link that's already there. It's just that simple. You click the link, you follow the steps, you hit subscribe, you hit all on the thumbs up, so that on the bell icon, so that you can get all the notifications. You click back out, you come back in. Please, people, I need everybody that's here that have not subscribed to my brother A-Side. If you have not subscribed to my brother A-Side, I need y'all to follow those steps, please. If you support your boy Blue, and you got love for Blue and you've been following Blue, I need you to do the same thing for my little brother here, A-Side, who is a grown man, but he's still my little brother. Click that link, follow the steps, subscribe to his channel. I want to see him at least 10,000 subscribers by this summer. So let's work. Can we challenge? Can we make a challenge as a community that we are going to collectively? Because yesterday we had about 8,000 views.
Yeah, we did.
We had about 5,000, 6,000 views. If you combine that, that's about close to 12 to 13,000 views.
Right, 13.
Everybody there that viewed it, even the detractors, because you guys know you're gonna watch. Click that link, subscribe to A-Side. Can we challenge one another as a community to get my brother to 10,000 subscribers ASAP? Can we just do that, please? I would gravely appreciate it. I would gravely appreciate it. As a matter of fact, on behalf of me,
appreciate
on behalf of me, when he hit specific numbers, on my behalf, when he hit a specific numbers, I'm going to reward you guys. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to do things. So once he hit these marks, I need him to get to 10K ASAP. I need y'all to get my brother to 10K ASAP. Please.
I appreciate that, man.
No doubt, great brother. That link it's easy to do. It's very easy to do. Devin Bell, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, yo, where the bombs and applause come from? I thought I was listening to Hot 97 and Funk Flex. Yes, we done stepped up our game. We're going to take this to a whole nother level, great brother. And my brother Claymore Rain is in the building. His link is in the chat. Click the link. Subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. Subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. Dub C, my brother, in the building in the super chat. Dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. I think Bud watched this last night because he spoke on everything we talked about. Just think about it. We are responsible for the last night. Facts. Facts, Dub C. And see, this is, I just got to say this real quick. This is why I do what I do. Dub C is, I'm talking to him literally on the phone, texting me on the phone. He's in the chat. And he still feels that he supports the channel financially. It's you know, he's on the platform like Claymore Rain, the brothers, and they still showing love. This is why I do what I do. This is why I sacrifice sleep. This is why I stay up all night.
For sure.
Whether me and Dub C can disagree, we can agree. But the fact that he literally has both my phone numbers, texting me on both my phone numbers, right? We having a whole conversation before this live even started tonight. And then he is on the platform, going to be on here tonight. And then still, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't lose when you got people like that in your corner. You can't lose. V9, what's up? So when I got people like that in my corner, you best believe, like my brother 4K and everybody, you best believe we're going to take this to the next level. And as I grow, everybody comes with me. You best believe that.
For sure.
But A-Side, what's your thoughts on this though?
Teoimo Lopez?
All of it. Terence Crawford, just overall.
Yeah.
Let me say this, right, A-Side?
Sure.
You know I don't mind standing corrected. I remember yesterday I said I could see how Errol Spence passed the exams because I was able to pass the exams by making out shape, so on and so forth. But if they dilate your pupils and everything,
you can't duck that.
You can't duck that.
It glows green, or it glows like it's like almost like a neon green or a yellow. Yeah,
it's absolutely no way, shape, form, or fashion that you are going to have any type of issues with your eyes, and they're not going to see it. Yeah. There is no way.
I Yeah, no, go ahead. I was about to say a story about that. How I
Because
know.
because here's the thing, A-Side.
Yeah.
It's just like this. Uh, um, I'm driving a truck because this is the reason, right, A-Side? Because everybody's trying to protect themselves. And you understand what I'm getting at? As
For
far
sure.
as ain't no doctor ain't gonna do no tests on you on that like that. You go in the fight, get hurt, and then they miss something, and then you suing them.
Yeah, that's a sue for sure.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to do that. So when I do extensive tests like that, when they dilate the pupils and all that, right? If they see the least bit of thing that looks like cataracts on there, ain't no way they letting you box. Ain't no
See,
way.
we gotta unpack that because that's interesting.
Right?
That's
Because if
it's
they
interesting.
now if you're a fighter out there or a trainer fighter, see, I have not been part of that part.
Mm.
I have not been, and I never was, I never had a reason to know how deep they go with that. You understand
And
what
to,
I'm saying?
and to be fair, they never had a reason to say that, but this is getting to the point where he have to say that to defend himself in the fight that he had with EJ because he know that information.
Right. So Denzel Horton said, so how do you explain what Tony Weeks just said? Because remember, Tony Weeks said that they found something twice. He didn't say that they missed anything. He said they found something twice. And then when they did it a third time, they said that is not there anymore. So one they found something. So they did an extensive testing and they actually found something. And then they came back and was like, okay, it's not there anymore. We don't see it anymore. It's not a threat. You're cleared.
I got a question. Is it the same eye and is it the
It's
same
the same
like
eye.
so did that
Yeah.
retina get torn?
Right. It's the same eye.
Huh.
It's the same
Okay.
eye.
Okay, I
Claymore
got
Rain.
go
Claymore
ahead.
Rain, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. We have to keep this platform up here. Real boxing depends on real boxing fans to keep boxing alive and relevant. All facts, great brother. All facts. King Vonnie 86 said, Errol picked a great time to start lying. Right. Okay, so King Vonnie 86, are you a fighter? Like, make it make sense. I mean, see, here we go again. Fred Meir, what's good? We can't help ourselves but to try to defend the undefendable. If they dilate your pupils, now, maybe they never dilated his pupils. If they dilate your pupils, there is no way you have cataracts and they don't see it. It's absolutely no way, especially in a combat sport. As a driver with a CDL license, when you do those extensive tests like that for a job, they are going to check for each and everything because you're not talking about basketball. You are talking about somebody's life is in your hands.
And your financial well-being too,
And your
because
financial, a
they can get
physician,
sued.
if a
Yeah.
physician gets caught and they
Yeah.
say, hey, bro, hold on, he got cataracts, and you didn't see the obvious, cataracts is one of the easiest things for them to diagnose. So it covers your lens. They can see that. You can see a person with cataracts, and you don't have to be an eye doctor because you can see the lens is cloggy. When you look at them, you can see little spots sometimes. So there's no way that if they dilated his pupils, now maybe they didn't, right? I don't know. Maybe every city is different, A-Side. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe they do, some cities might go deep diving into it. Some cities might just go, we just check X, Y, and Z. You understand what I'm saying?
For sure.
I mean, I worked in the hospital. I know you go get a physical sometime, doctor cough. Yeah. He barely even touched you. Yep, you're good.
For sure. Just like that.
Just like that.
Hey, stand right there. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yep.
Okay.
Next line.
Next
Right.
line.
Okay. See you later.
You're good. Oh, so I had an eye injury. I don't know if it was this extensive. I had an eye injury maybe when I was 18 or 19, just being stupid. And I was playing with a BB gun in my house because I was bored. I was off that day playing with a BB gun in the house. And I thought it would be smart to shoot my dresser for some odd reason, right? Yo, I shot my dresser and it missed the metal piece that you open the handle with. You remember the older dressers, like there was wood, and then they'll have like the circular metal piece, sometimes be like a flower design or something like that. So I missed the metal piece and it hit the wood and came right back and hit me in my eye. I was so lucky. If it had hit that metal piece, I think the wood absorbed a lot of that energy when it was coming back. But if it had hit that metal piece and it hit me in my eye, it probably would have went through it. So it hit my eye and it was bad, right? So I called my wife. She was working at Red Robin's at the time. I swear to God, this was my words to her. I shot myself in the eye. Yo, her boss heard it. He said, he did what? So naturally, they're thinking that it's with a virus. So I said, with the PBI, I got to go to the doctor or whatever, like that, see what's going on. I had worked for Sam's Club when I was young, and we had an eye physician inside that Sam's Club. So it was covered through my insurance that I'd had with Sam's Club. They put some type of solution in my eye, and they turned off all the lights. And then when they turned on, like, it was some type of light they had. It was almost like a blue or purple type of light. It almost looked like the ones they put over the scorpions to make them glow. And then my eye will glow like green, and you can see the literal scratch that's like you couldn't hide. Put it like that. If they wanted to find something, you was not hiding it. They knew exactly where it was. So I don't know if it was that extensive, but they do have eye techniques to where you will not be able to hide whatever it is that you have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. AK Crowder, what's up, family? Marion Green, what's good? Jeremiah, what's good? Thomas Marcado, what's good? That's what I'm saying. Now, Edward Torres, what's good? I'm going to give Errol Spence the benefit of the doubt and say, I don't know what the physician was doing. You understand? What tested, and the thing is, right, A-side, another thing that that bothers that knowing what Errol Spence had been through with the car accident and already having a detached retina, shouldn't they have done a deep exam on his eyes? If anybody they going to check thoroughly, it would be him, right?
You got to think, you worked in the medical field. They have his medical history.
Right.
They have his history. Like that eye surgery, they have that as a record. They literally keep that as a record.
Right.
And
as a matter of fact, they're not even going to do anything until they have your records.
For sure. I didn't even think about that. You're right. For sure. They're not.
They'll be like, did you get his records? Where's the records?
But here's the thing, Blue. The more that we unpacking it, we're not saying nothing. But the more that we're unpacking it, it does raise suspicion to some degree that something is off. And I do lean more towards Bud if this is true, in the way that they check fighters. And with you bringing up that point, they would check EJ much more extensively than they would check Bud because of his prior medical history.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Sean Connor, what's good? They're gonna do a deep dive because it's like, bro, you was in that car accident. You had a detached retina that had to be fixed.
That is a huge conspiracy, Jimmy Bernard. If that is the case, they can blow a bunch of stuff wide open. He said, I am wondering if they keep it under wraps because of the big fight, because it was a big fight ahead.
It's possible.
Now in any sports, that's a possibility.
Possible.
But for sure in boxing,
It's
a possibility.
No, it's for sure a possibility.
It's highly probable in boxing. Like you see what I'm saying? It's probable in boxing, highly.
Because check this out. Now I'm gonna say this. Dogfight, what's up, family? Now make this make sense. As I'm reading it and as I'm looking at it, right, Asad?
Uh-huh.
He said this has been long overdue before the Crawford fight. Which means you knew you had cataracts, which means they told you had cataracts before the Crawford fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that the doctors knew when you was doing your exam that you had cataracts.
Okay, what did he mean by this has been long overdue? Did he mean like him being beat because of something, or
no?
his
He was
cataracts?
saying the corrective cataract surgery was long overdue before the Crawford fight.
But he did the surgery. It was the reason why the Pacquiao fight got canceled.
No, that's a different surgery. He did two surgeries. That was for
a torn retina.
This was for the cataracts.
And
that was for the broken or detached retina.
Wouldn't they have had seen it if it was broken or detached at that time? That's what
I'm trying to say.
Yo, it's not looking good.
And he said that they had. He said this was long overdue. This surgery, it was bothering him before the Crawford fight. That means that they told you had cataracts before the Crawford fight. So how did they let him fight?
Well, I think we should change subjects before some people with black suits be outside the Blue House. Hey, Blue Blood, I need to speak to you. All right, Blue, yeah, come with us. No, don't get in your car. You come with us.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, that's like super weird to me.
Yeah, when you start to put it that way, it's you know what I mean?
And the thing is, maybe maybe who knows, because it's not up to him. Remember that when he was going to fight with the broken or detached retina before the Pacquiao fight, they was like, nah, bro, you need immediate surgery. You understand what I'm saying? Rodriguez Justin TV was good.
I'm going to be honest with you. No matter which way you put it, it's bad. Because let's say if they didn't know, now is it a form of malpractice, or is it a lawsuit if they didn't catch it?
Did they tell him? Did they tell him it was okay to fight with it? Like it's not going to get worse, so it's not going to get better.
That's what I'm saying. So if that is the case, that's horrible, and there's a potential lawsuit that can come, at any time. I don't think EJ is going to sue him because that's probably the news that he wanted to hear from them. You know what I mean? But it's the potential is there for a lawsuit, right? Now, right. And it may not be from EJ. It could be from his team, because his team is going to suffer now. Because it could be from anyone that's affected, that has their hands in the pot of EJ, right? But if it's the other way around, is it just as worse? Did they know and they still proceeded anyways because the sport of boxing needed that, quote unquote, needed that fight to happen?
That's everything was all done.
So it's becoming, it's kind of getting spooky. Like, oh, right. Wait, hold on.
And that's what I'm saying. Did they say? Hey, it's okay for you to fight. It's not going to get worse. It's not going to get, like in football,
right?
You can have an injury, and they be like, all right, this is what you have. It ain't gonna get worse. It ain't gonna get better. Like the fight ain't gonna, you getting punched in it ain't gonna make it worse. It ain't gonna make it better.
But that's still is. I mean, a lawyer can have some fun with that,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
A lawyer can have some fun with that. Is this the reason why EJ didn't say anything after the fight for so long? He didn't say nothing
because he possibly could have been like, oh, okay. They said is
But by the time he actually knew it was bad, it's too late. He's in the ring.
Right. Or
he knows that he can't see.
So what happened is he probably, Joseph Diaz, what's up? Jose Diaz, what's good? It's probably like this, right? It's where it's the point where it's like this. Man, you have something that's bothering you off and on. For instance,
Sure.
to give you a perfect example, Deion Sanders, he had that issue with his toe,
Mhm.
and he still played. And then look where it led him today. He had the injury, and they told him what it was. Brasley McClendon was good, and he still played on it. And look what happened today. He ended up
For
losing his
sure.
toes. They told him about losing his feet as life progressed. You understand what I'm saying? So is that the same thing they told Errol Spence? Hey, man, you're going to have to get this fixed sooner rather than later. Sooner or later, you're going to have to get this fixed. But it's not a hindrance to us to stop you from fighting. Ty in the Sky, blessings, Queen. How you feeling today? You
Not only
understand what I'm
that,
saying?
wasn't it was a legend that EJ was getting touched up and sparring more than usual before ahead of this camp?
They said he had a broken rib. And that was the Pacquiao fight.
No, that was a Pacquiao fight, but I could have sworn I heard EJ was getting, touched up ahead of it. I could be mixing it up now because it's eye injuries, right? I'm attaching the eye injuries to the stories alleged at the time, so it could have been Pacquiao. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to unpack it, man. This is something. It's very interesting, right? But it's almost a surety to me that the second fight is not going to happen. It literally makes no sense to happen. It makes no sense to happen. I don't care what surgery he get. The same eye injured twice with two different injuries. Now your probability is goes higher for injury because not only do you have one injury, you have two injuries in the same eye, so you can re-injure either one of those injuries or get another one on top of that because those two things are compromised. You see what I'm saying?
And not only that, A-side, if you Terence Crawford, Sean, what's up, baby boy? If you Terence Crawford, why do you even want to fight him at this point?
It makes no sense. You will get no credit.
No credit.
You already got half credit for one. You ain't getting no credit for two if you do the same thing or worse. 1 second, let me 1 second, Blue.
Sports prediction 101. What's good? Jose Diaz, he said, but he destroyed Ugas. Yeah, Daryl, what's up, family? Because the cream will rise to the top. You can you can get away with that with certain people. Let me give you an example. If you Deion Sanders with that toe injury, he can guard a certain receivers, but once you get to Jerry Rice, that foot injury is going to get exposed because Joe Johnson, what's up, nephew? He can get away with that guarding. Let's say he was guarding, the Andre Risons of the world, the Henrys of the world, Henry Clark, those levels like Jake Reed, right? He covering those types of wide receivers. And now he comes against Chris Carter, Jerry Rice, Tim Brown. Well, that toe injury is going to get highlighted. You understand? He could get away with that because his talent is so superior. And that's what I'm saying about Errol Spence. His talent is so superior. The Randy Moss is tying the sky. His talent is so superior to the Ugases that he could get away with that against Danny Garcia. He could get away with that against your Dana Ugas. He ain't going to get away with that against Terence Crawford or Jaron Boots Ennis. That's not going to happen. Like you said, he can get away with that, not living a fighter's lifestyle against those types of fighters. He couldn't do that when the cream starts rising. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to show now. It's going to highlight now. You can't get away with that no more because they don't have those same flaws, those same holes. They don't have those. You ain't gonna. They're gonna highlight every inch of issues that you have. Believe that. Smash that like button, man. Drop $1 in the super chat. Refresh the super chat, people. Let's get the super chat. Refresh the super chat. Let's drop $1 in the super chat. Refresh it. Also, let's get them likes up to 500. Also, let's subscribe to my brother A-Side. Ring ride to my brother A-Side. The link is there. And also subscribe to my brother Claymore Rain. His link is in the chat. But I need y'all to get them likes up to 500, and I need y'all to drop $1 in the super chat, refresh the super chat for the people that's trying to send the super chat, and we already know how they playing. out here with your boy Blue. So hit the super chat, refresh that, and also, hit the like button. Let's get them likes to 500. But
all right, so I want to segue. Blue. What do you think about Teoimo Lopez challenging a Terence Crawford? What's your thoughts on that?
I love it.
Okay, why do you love it?
Every second of it, every inch of it. I love it.
I don't like it at all.
I know Dub C was like, man, Blue Teo crazy.
I don't like it at all.
I love it.
I hate it.
Hey, let me tell you why.
I hate it.
Tell me why you dislike it.
I loathe it. God damn it. That's how much I hate it.
Why is that?
Because he said that he is the number one at the 140 pound division, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said that the night of when Bill Haney and Bernard Hopkins had went at it, right? He said Devin Haney is the number 2. I actually agree with that because he beat Josh Taylor, the man that beat everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Devin Haney beat the guy who beat everybody except the men. So I can accept that 1 and 2, right? Now in boxing, if you got 1 and 2, most fans are going to want to see 1 and 2 fight to see who's the best. These is words out of his mouth. He said that, right? He acknowledging that he's 1 and Devin's 2. Why are you talking about fighting Terence Crawford and not talk about fighting the guy who you have a long-standing beef with in Devin the Dream Haney, who took undisputed from the guy who beat you? You see what I'm saying? So Devin was number 1 at the 135-pound division. He was arguably number 2 because he was unified and only got beat by one guy who Devin beat. Flip that, juxtapose that. 140 division, Teoimo beat the guy that beat everybody. Devin Haney beat the guy that was only beat by one person in Josh Taylor, which it turns now. Now Teo's number 1 and number 2. They got to fight. I don't want to hear this bud talk. I think that is duck talk. They have to fight, and that's why I hate it. I feel like he is ducking someone that is in his division and that got a lot of shine in his division. Devin Haney is the number 2 face outside of Gervonta Tank Davis in boxing under the 147-pound division. He's the number 2 face. Arguably number 3 in the way can possibly be one of those faces. But you see what I'm saying though? People always say Tank and Devin. You have to snuff that light out right then and there because he's slowly becoming the number 1 at the 140-pound division if he fight the right people. That's why I hate it.
Yeah, I completely understand that, and I'll say this: you just made me think. Yeah, so I was looking at it from a standpoint of just daring to be great, and as you was talking, and I'm going to say this, a few things, is that I believe Teo believes he could beat Terence Crawford, just like he believed when he called out Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. We thought he was crazy when he called out Josh Taylor. We thought he was crazy when he called out Lomachenko. And he was dead serious. He called them out, and he won those fights, right? And so it looked like he was crazy then when he did that. And I don't think it's so far-fetched, the fight itself with Terence Crawford, because he's already 3 fights in at 140, and he's a champion there, and he beat the best fighter at 140. So the move to 147 is not far-fetched. But as you put it, right? So I love it from that standpoint because it's realistic. It's not unrealistic. But as you put it, as you so elegantly put it right now, the way you put it, right, then I don't like it. Because you're right. If you said he's number 2 and you're number 1, and this has been brewing from 135. This has been brewing for an extensive period of time, right? and you have not addressed the Devin Haney issues. One of the reasons you're not undisputed and considered undisputed because you didn't take the Devin Haney fight.
For sure.
Right? And now you have another chance to fight Devin Haney in a big fight in your division, and you're looking past it again. And he said on record that he also said on record that if Regis couldn't do it, get the job done, then he'd be the one to get the job done. El Review was good.
Sure.
Right? So when you put it like that, you're right. You're right. It's Morgan Bear, what's up, family? You're right. When you put it like that, yeah, I don't like it. But I look at it just from
going after greatness, right?
Yeah, because it's not okay. So let me explain my point. Right.
All right.
Is that I'm looking at it from a standpoint of the fight is not far-fetched. It seems to be far-fetched. Mm-hmm. Like people making it like, man, that's not even realistic. But it is realistic. Because he's had 3 fights in his division, and there's people that skip right over 140. Adrian Broner, Roberto Duran, they skip over it. You understand what I'm saying? And they go right to 147. So it has, and they have success doing it. He already fought there 3 times. So I'm saying from a competitive standpoint, I like the idea of him pushing for the fight Terence Crawford. But then in the same token, when you put it like that and you just open my eyes and you just made something click to me. What you just made click to me, A-Side, is that he's in a win-win situation. He knows that. Right? Like I said, with Mikey Garcia, he was in a win-win situation when he jumped up to fight Errol Spence. And that's the same thing with Teoimo Lopez with Terence Crawford. He's in a win-win situation. If he lose, he was supposed to. If he win, he shocks the world.
But if he fight Devin,
that's number 1
and number 2.
So you know what he's doing? The same thing Mikey Garcia did. Now, people may not understand what I'm talking about when I said what Mikey Garcia did. Now let me give y'all a little jog back down memory lane. Mikey Garcia chose not to fight the 140-pound best fighter in the world, which was Terence Crawford. Remember, Terence Crawford was still at 140. Mikey Garcia opted not to fight Terence Crawford. He opted to go and fight Errol Spence. Why? Like Teoimo Lopez, if you lose to Devin Haney, you have 0 excuses. Right?
Right.
You have no excuses. You have no safety net. You just lost. If you lose to Terence Crawford,
you were daring to be great.
And you were supposed to lose. It's like you never even lost. It's like this. When fighters challenge Floyd Mayweather, Destiny Black, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you feeling today? It's like when people challenge Floyd Mayweather, you lose Canelo, you lost. It's like you didn't even lose. It's because you're supposed to lose. Right? So losing to Floyd Mayweather is like, oh, you lost to Floyd Mayweather. You were supposed to lose to Floyd Mayweather. So it's like it don't even count. It doesn't even matter. You understand? And so that's what essentially where Tio is at with this, because he knows if he loses to Terence Crawford, well, you were supposed to lose to Terence Crawford. He's supposed to knock you out. He's supposed to win the fight.
It's Terence Crawford, the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Not only that, he's the bigger fighter.
For sure.
Right? So you're right, A-Side. Kenneth Neal, what's up, family? You just made me think. Salute to Jesse R, brother, in the super chat. We appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, great brother. Salute to Dietrich Shellman, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, hands down, the best channel, Blue Blood, the GOAT. Smash the like button. Salute to my brother, Dietrich Shellman. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. We appreciate your support and your love, brother. We appreciate you, great brother. So, A-Side, you 1000% right, man. You changed my whole thought pattern of it, because I was solely looking at it from the standpoint of it's not out of the realm. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not unrealistic, right? Because people was automatically saying, this ain't realistic. He's out of his mind. This ain't realistic. And I'm like, no, it's realistic.
Right. So it forced you to think in a way of realism, how realistic it is. Right.
Right. Right. But when you put it that way, and again, like I said, I had said. Uh-oh.
Hey, that's funny. You hit the mic, and then you hit the cricket sound. That was
right on time, right?
It was right on point. You hit the mic, and then you hit it on the cricket sound. Salute, Ray Davis.
But so I was thinking from that standpoint. Now, I did say that, Devin Haney's right there in the division. I would much rather see that, but you're right. You got to fight Devin Haney. Now, I kind of feel like this. Let me know if you feel this way, A-Side. It feels like to me, Tio is trying to savor that Devin Haney fight like the last option. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like he knows it. No, and I'm not meaning it in a good way. I mean it in a way of he knows it has to happen. It's a matter of time, and he's just pushing it off as long as he can until the day comes where he don't got no choice.
I feel like Tio just really don't like Devin. I'm being honest with you.
Oh, I'm 1000%. But like I'm saying, like with Errol with the eye surgery, right? Like know it got to happen at some point in time, but you push it off to do
for sure. That's what I'm getting to, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he really don't like Devin, right? He know that the fans want that fight and has been wanting that fight for years, right? But the thought of him losing to a Devin, like it haunts him. He likes being in the number one position over Devin because in a way, that's your rival. It's like a win. He's number one over Devin right now. Devin was number one over him at the 135-pound division. He know in his heart of hearts, Devin was truly undisputed. So he's not even giving. It's like that person that's in front of you when you need to switch lanes. Like they can go faster and just let you, you know what I mean? But they just keep moving. They just want to irk you. You see what I'm saying? They just want to antagonize you. In the interview, he stated that Devin Haney knows it. He knows it in his heart, and he can't sleep at night. Like that gets him off. You see what I'm saying? He know that eventually they will have to fight. So I can understand where you're coming from with that. But I just really think Teoimo don't like Devin. He just don't. He really don't like Devin at all. You know what I mean? For whatever reason.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I can see a world.
And that's why I'm saying he can't fathom the thought of him actually losing to
not to Devin.
Not to Devin. And that's what I'm saying. He's pushing it off as long as he physically possibly can.
I can see that. I can see a world. I can see that world. I can
you see what I'm saying?
That world. As I was speaking, I was like, it gives him more incentive to push it off for as long as he can because he don't like him. Right. So I can honestly see that world.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like it gives him, like he's like, man, if I could push this off until it's absolutely no way for me to go with this fight.
Right.
Like I absolutely have to take this fight with Devin Haney now. And now, it is what it is. Now, I can almost see him. Check this out, A-Side. I could almost see him trying to wait until that's the last fight of his career.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Matter of fact, it's harder for me to see it the other way around than it is for me to see that. I can say it like that. It's harder for me to see him taking that fight earlier than that scenario that you just gave.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
He don't want to fight because he don't like the matchup.
For sure. But here's the thing, right? Him not fighting Devin Haney and him avoiding Devin Haney, it can cause him to be in dangerous fight, because I believe Jermaine Ortiz is a truly dangerous fight for Teoimo Lopez. I don't think it's an easy give. Jermaine Ortiz, he's more than just a live dog. You know what I mean? We could smell another upset with Jermaine Ortiz, but this is the fatal mistake that Teoimo hatred is not allowing him to see. That if he fight Devin Haney and lose to Devin Haney, he lost to what was deemed as an elite fighter, right? Not only that, he gets a payday. And with Teoimo's ability and his fan base, if he makes that a close fight, he may even have the Loma effect, to where some people think he won that fight, and it would extend him, in his career to fight Jermaine Ortiz and other people of the world. However, the other way around, if he loses to a Jermaine Ortiz for any reason, it voids him fighting a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Tank Davis in or around his division for the foreseeable future, for the foreseeable, because he will have to rebuild himself. People will ask if he still got it. This is the second time it happened. Sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off. You see what I'm saying? And his stock can drop. So I believe everything he wants is through Devin Haney. If he was to beat Devin Haney, he would get everything he wants. Even if he don't beat Devin Haney, he would still be on track. It will be fine. He would still have star power. May even have more, depending on how the fight goes.
Yeah, I agree. It's very weird.
Right. It's his disdain for him. And some people and some people don't even know why they have disdain for other people. They just do. You see what I'm saying? They just do. And it seems like whenever I watch an interview with him, whenever he talk about Devin Haney, he like, that's his favorite nemesis to me. Like, he smile when it comes to Devin. Like, that's his favorite nemesis.
He can't
hide it.
Yo, this is why Devin Haney is in such a great position. He has so many. That's why I said I don't want Devin to go to 47 yet.
For sure.
Because he puts the Tank Davis fight out of reach.
Right.
Don't go to 47. I want to see him fight at 140. I want to see the Matias fight. Stick around and fight Matias, then get the Tank Davis fight. He has so many arch enemies and so many nemesis. If he can fulfill all of these fights and come out on top, it's going to put him in the conversation of Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Because he has Tank Davis, he has Teo, he has Shakur, he has Ryan, he has Boots, he has, you understand, like, he has all these fighters that he can build his legacy off of and truly put himself in a conversation if he's successful. You understand? Tank Davis has a limitation. Tank could beat Devin. He could beat Shakur. He could beat Teo. He ain't never going to fight Boots.
Never. Nah.
Never. And Teo's situation, Geo James Khalil 98, what's good? TR says, stop it, Blue. You did it. Send me. You ain't, man, stop. You ain't clicking nobody link.
Nah, TR, hey, if Trolling had an award, TR is at the.
But he do it in such a nice, subtle way.
He is the example of when you do something, you can almost get away with anything if you do it well. Like, right. Everybody loves TR. So
right. He does it because you could tell he means it in a competitive.
I know it just come off genuine.
But like I said, so imagine if he could fulfill all of those. Right? Shakur has the same options. Right? Shakur has the same options. Shakur can fight B-Tank. He's big enough that he can move up to 47. I don't know how realistic it is to 54. Zab Judah did it.
Is Zab Judah frame bigger than Shakur's?
Huh?
Is Zab Judah frame bigger than Shakur's?
No, they're the same size.
About the same.
He probably bigger than Zab. Is naturally a smaller guy, thinner frame guy. Yeah, Shakur has a slightly bigger frame than Zab.
You know what's funny through this whole, I'm gonna call it fiasco, Bud and Tio fiasco. You know, I never heard nobody say he should fight Boots.
Who, Tio?
Tio should fight Boots.
Yeah,
I never heard nobody say that.
Because they indirectly telling you the talent that Devin Haney has, that they think he should even be in a conversation with Boots.
I was waiting on the conversation, and I purposefully didn't say nothing. I was waiting on it to shift with the same energy that they did with Devin. Oh, you should fight Boots. You should fight Bud. So I was waiting because Tio had actually said that this out of his mouth. All Devin did was fight Regis Prograis, and then people was making suggestions for him. He alluded to the thought.
But you notice nobody says that Tio is ducking Tank.
Oh no.
Or Tio is ducking or just capping because he know he going to 147. Ray Davis, what's up, family?
Oh no, no, they're not. Well, I think I can give them leeway with Tank because Devin and Tank beef is so big it overshadows Tio. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't like to be fair, I really don't hear people say that Shakur is ducking Tank. Like I don't hear that neither. It's because the rivalry between Devin and Tank is so big, it just overshadows everything.
But that's
else.
what I'm saying. That's why I said with Devin trajectory is so big because Devin has these dudes is all his rivals.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Shakur don't really have a rival with Tio.
Right. And it's not really a rivalry with Tank neither.
Yeah, he don't have a rivalry with Ryan either.
Yeah, you know for sure.
And his rivalry with Tank is that they're in the same division, really.
For sure. Yeah, right.
Right. Devin has a real rival, real issues
with everybody.
With
everybody.
Each and every one of them. Loma, Tio, Ryan, Shakur, Tank, but they all Hall of Fame's type
that
fighters.
Talent, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if he can beat King Kane, what's up? If he can beat all of those fighters, it's like he's Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yo, even Matias developing some static with Devin. I'm like,
yo, he is Sugar Ray Leonard. I know a lot of people may not remember this. Duran, Hagler, Hearns, Aaron Pryor, they hated Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. They did not like Sugar Ray Leonard at all. At all.
Y'all started singing that Tupac song "Troublesome." Whenever you said that,
bro, it's the same thing with Devin. People may not remember that, but Sugar Ray Leonard, A-side, they couldn't stand him. The same way they talk about Devin, it just wasn't social media. But they used to say Sugar Ray Leonard was the kid with the golden spoon, the silver spoon in his mouth. He never had to work hard. He's just a pretty boy. He had the endorsements. That was Sugar Ray Leonard.
That's crazy.
He didn't get it out the mud, and he was the pretty boy, and he had the commercials, and that was him.
Man, I'm telling you right now.
People don't realize this. Marvin Hagler, just to give you an insight.
That's so funny to me.
Just to give you an insight of how wild it was, how it's so like with Devin Haney. That do you realize that Sugar Ray Leonard was at 147? Marvin Hagler was 160.
Oh no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was that big of a gap between them. I didn't. I gotta go and do my, because when I looked at the Four Kings and I went into it and I dived into some of the fights and stuff like that, like I didn't know the context of that time, so I always felt like I was missing something. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, that's like Jamel Charlo and Devin Haney having a beef right now.
Oh yeah, Gary Anton Russell and Devin Haney. Gary Anton Russell versus anybody.
But they don't have like a beef with one another.
No. Somebody, Kenneth Neal had asked me, do I think Devin Haney and Gary Anton Russell is a tougher fight, or Williams Zepeda? I think Gary Anton Russell.
It's
I
the
am
toughest
telling you
fight.
right. That is, and Blue would tell you through and through. If I haven't said, that is my dark horse at 140.
I think
That
that's
is
the toughest fight for Devin.
that is my dark. I think that's the toughest fight for any Tank, Shakur. It doesn't. You name them. This is a tough fight for him. Africa. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's one of my favorite fighters at 140. I know he's Doug's favorite fighter alongside the Boots, and that dude is hell to pay.
But just think about that though. Jaguar Tamer, what's up, him? Just think about how wild that is. People don't realize Marvin Hagler was a middleweight, Sugar Ray Leonard was a welterweight, and this was a rival.
When we ride on our enemies, Devin got to come out to that next time.
Ain't that wild when you think about it though?
Yo, he got static with everybody. That's crazy.
It's like Devin.
He got static with everybody.
It's Devin.
But he got to keep winning, because one thing about Floyd, people didn't like him, but he kept winning, boy.
And see, Floyd didn't have those rivalries.
Right.
He just had people saw his talent. Okay, in comparison, Floyd is Boots. Devin is Sugar Ray Leonard. Floyd didn't have those rivalries. His rivalries was manufactured just because of his greatness. You understand? So it was like Boots. You know what I'm saying? It's like Boots don't have no rivalries. It's just his greatness is like, if he moved up to 54, it's like, man, can he beat Tim Tszyu? He beats Tim Tszyu. Can he beat Jamel Charlo? He beats Jamel. You understand? All right, let's see him go to 160 and beat Jamal. He beat Jamal Charlo. Let's see him go to 68 and beat David Benavidez. That's the type of thing Floyd went through. They just kept throwing people at Floyd. Can he beat this person? Can he beat that person? And then he developed the rivalry with Zab and the rivalry with Oscar De La Hoya. But again, those were manufactured because him and Zab was like best friends at one point in time.
For sure, it wasn't genuine.
Yeah, beef. it was just all.
But let me ask you though, what about Devin? Because I don't find nothing to really like. People don't like Devin. And whenever I ask them why they don't like Devin, they're like, "Man, I hate Bill." It's like, wait.
Yeah, they have no rhyme and reason.
What's the real reason why people hate Devin? I don't get it. Like, I don't get the disdain for him, but I like the position that he in. Though. I do. Yeah. I do. I swear to God, I like the position that he in.
So that's the difference. Like, Devin has these real rivalries with these dudes.
For sure.
Floyd didn't. That's the difference. Sugar Ray had real rivals with these dudes. And because they couldn't tell you outside of.
Oh, tell me, Sean.
Sean don't know. Sean don't know. It's like, so it's like these rivalries came from disdain because Sugar Ray Leonard had the commercials. He was Olympic gold medalist. He had the smile. You understand? That's why they didn't like, man, this dude ain't no tough guy. He a shoe shiner. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He can't take no punches. He a shoe shiner.
You really like that.
Oh man, Destiny, that's ugly right there.
Ooh.
Oh, that's ugly right there. I wish I was there right now, so I could be his Huckleberry.
For sure. Practice these new moves.
Yeah, practice these new. Sure. I want to practice these new moves on him.
Yeah, for sure. That's wild.
I'd gladly knock on his door with a toothpick in my mouth.
For sure.
With a toothpick in my mouth. And
anybody with daughters don't, man. Anybody with daughters, that's my biggest fear.
Yeah, and with slippers on, just to look vulnerable.
It's daily.
Man, that's wicked. That's wicked. That's wicked. And probably walk to his corner store with a hood on so the dudes don't see him.
It won't bat an eye. You know what I mean? Won't dare speak a unsullied word to those guys, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
won't
but
dare.
She might still stay none, but I guarantee you his tune will start to change. And that might be a wake-up call to her because it might open her eyes to just how cowardly he is.
For sure.
It might just give her the strength that she need to say, you know what? You ain't who I thought you was. Let's diet, baby.
J-Man, not everybody do, man. Not everybody do. I got, for instance, I got 2 little girls. But their daddy won't play at all. So yeah, but not everybody do. Oh man, I appreciate you, Hampton.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing, man. That's one of the things
that threw me off just now. The first thing you do is think
that.
about your daughters.
Yeah, none. She might not leave, but she might look at him in a completely different light. Right now, he probably looked 10 feet tall to her.
Hey, Blue, we got to do the brothers right tonight. We let them up a little late. Yesterday, we got to let them up soon. For everybody that's in the chat, we appreciate you guys. We're going into the session where the panelists are going to be able to come up. We ask everybody that do come up on the panel to be respectful to the platform and the other panelists. But before we do start this section, the people that are going to be on the panel will be inside of a queue until everyone can come up. I want you guys to go ahead and smash the like button. Like I said, smash the like button. This content is not free. However, you can pay for this content by clicking the X at the top right-hand side of the screen. When the chat drop, you go ahead and click the thumbs up until it turns black, then come back into the chat. We want you guys to be respectful to the platform and to our panelists that are up here and that are dropping content. If you are a panelist, if someone else is speaking, you allow that person to speak and get their thought out completely, and then you will have your chance to speak. Guys, if you do have questions that you want to ask the panelists up here, and we can't see your question, I'll make sure that I try to keep an eye on the chat. But if I do miss something, you guys can always super chat your question directly to the panel, and you will help the direction and the flow of the channel tonight. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Be the Menace, Baciana the Menace, the Queen, the Vanilla Drop in the building, making for 50% of the Queens of the Ring. Peace and blessings to the Queen, Baciana the Menace in the building. Queen, you already know what to do. Drop the link to your channel in the chat, please, Queen. Drop the link to your channel in the chat. My nephew in the building. What up, nephew? I can't hear you yet. You on mute.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
What up, nephew?
I said, what's good? What's blue? What's good, A-side? You guys was cooking yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so many people on that I couldn't even let you on.
Yeah, StreamYard going to change that. We're going to need about 45. We're going to need about 45 squares this time.
Sure.
Hey, now we're going to have to start put a time limit on some of the folks.
For sure.
Yeah, we be having that energy.
Because I noticed throughout the stream, some people come in and they want to go up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be cool.
Maurice, Mr. Grind, what's up, family? My brother Claymore, Boston True Serum, what's up with y'all?
Salute.
How you brothers feeling?
Blue. Salute, A-Side. Yo, A-Side, thanks for coming by early today. I really appreciate the support. Thank you, man.
Oh, for sure, man.
You was on live today?
I did a little one, man, but it didn't go that well. I got to learn to get my timing down. There'd be other channels on the same time, and I ain't built my thing yet. But I did a little.
Don't worry about that, man. That's gonna happen.
Yeah. I had to learn. I'm learning. But I definitely did a little one today for sure. Yep.
I just know how that feel when you first. I did one of my live. I actually on the Devin and Regis. So I was like, you know what? I'm just come through. Definitely show them some support. I was tired too when I first came home, but I was like, I got to make sure.
No, I could tell, man. That's why I appreciate it. I could tell.
Yeah,
everybody who came up for real was like in the middle of something else and was like, yo, I just came through to salute. And I was like, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that.
For sure.
Oh, that's a good look, man. I would have pulled up, man.
Nah, I gotta send you. I'm horrible at this, so I'm telling you, I learned how to put my link in the chat the day you told me to put my link in the chat. You caught me off guard. You're like, throw your link in the chat. I'm like,
Nah, same here. Same here.
I'm like, I'm going to get on that right now.
Same here. He was like, hey, so I put your link in the chat. I was like, all right.
And listen,
you make it. Like I know how to do that. I'm about to do that right now.
Drop the link before we even start. Every show I gotta be like, bro, where is the link?
For sure. Every time, without fail.
Definitely.
So that way I could just pin it up every show. I know what to do though. I'm about to hit up Pam. That's all.
Early.
Pam will be on it, man.
Yeah, Pam be on it, man. Pam the truth for sure.
But go ahead.
Hey, yo, Blue.
Yo.
A little bit off topic. I wanted to ask you this yesterday.
What
you think this is, man, with Floyd? Dev go to Floyd and ask him for the Rolly fight before he fight Tank. Told him he could get it, then switch up on him. And now he didn't talk Ryan Garcia out of fighting. What's up? I thought that was his boy.
Yeah, well, so this is the thing with Floyd. He thought that he was going to be able to influence Devin Haney to sign with him. A lot of people still don't really understand. Justin Bourne, LaJessica, peace of blessings, Queen. How you feeling today? So, so what happened is, Bassiana, put your link to the channel in the chat, Queen. So what happened, right? Boxing Truth is that, remember, Devin was cut in the exact same mode. Remember Senior, Floyd Senior, Roger, late great legend Roger, and Jeff. They was praising Devin Haney.
Right.
Oh, he is the. Remember, they kept saying he's the carbon copy of Floyd Mayweather, right? So it was like they had a nephew. You know what I'm saying? A cousin or something, an extension of the family that they was going to keep this quote unquote Mayweather train going, but just in the name of Devin Haney. Bill was picking up game, right? Huncho 2-time, what's up, nephew? Roger Hoolan, what's up, family? So there was a point in time, I don't know if people don't remember this, but there was a point in time where where Floyd Senior started having issues with Bill being in the corner. He didn't want Bill in the corner. And he was like, man, this dude think he know boxing, he don't know boxing. So they thought that they was going to sign Devin, and he was supposed to be Tank for him. And they even looked at the possibilities of fighting Shakur. Remember that? Will Sanchez, what's up, family?
Right.
And remember, Shakur was like, man, Floyd did all this talking, came to the Olympics, and never signed me.
Right.
Because the golden goose for them, the twinkle in their eye was Devin the whole time. But Bill was like, well, why y'all teach me game and teach me how to train him and teach me the business and teach me to do it on our own to sign with y'all? And so I think that Floyd thought that he would have, in a sense, more of an impact and more of a influence on Devin, to Devin be listening to him more so than Bill. And Devin is committed to his father. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And so now Floyd is like putting, because him and Bill is going back and forth now, because it goes deeper than what people understand. Bill is like, yo, bro, this is my son. Before anything, it's my son. You understand what I'm saying? And so Bill is like, bro, we going to do things the Haney way. You know what I'm saying? Not the Mayweather way. We already adapted that, the green pin. Remember, Floyd was bragging about, he was the, just to give a quick backstory to the people, Floyd was the one that called for Tank and Devin because he was backing Devin. Because Adrian Broner was telling the world, man, I got this dude Tank knocking people out. And Floyd like, what? Man, I got somebody for Tank. I got Devin Haney. Bring him over here.
I remember
That's how we got these 2 sparring sessions to begin with. Because of Floyd. And Floyd called Devin and Bill. As a matter of fact, I think Bill said that they was with Floyd, if I'm not mistaken. And he like, man, get Tank over here. We in the doghouse. Let's make it happen. And he saw firsthand that sparring session. Do you ever now? Floyd is never going to publicly go against any one of these fighters publicly anyway. He'll indirectly do it, but he won't just come out and do it. But if you ever heard Floyd talk about those sparring sessions? Never. Not even a little bit. You understand?
Right.
You heard Floyd Sr. talk about it in front of Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
And Floyd never say nothing. Senior said, man, this throwing session wasn't even close.
Yep.
And Floyd didn't say nothing. Did you hear Floyd say, no? He ain't say nothing. But remember, Senior quit. Just for the folks that he said, man, I ain't training Devin. His father think he know everything. Let him do it. You see, they wanted to be in control of Devin's career. They wanted to be the ones to dictate Devin's career, and they wanted Bill to sit on the sidelines just as a father and not be a part, not be a trainer. That's why Senior was saying, man, this dude don't know how to train. You understand? So now, fast forward, he's having all the success. Bill took the blueprint, as he said, the green print from Floyd. He's doing it on their own. Devin took the style. He's committed to the sport like Floyd was. And they already know. So the only way they could do it is continue to try to box him out until they can't box him out no more. And so now Floyd if Floyd truly thought that Tank could beat, in his heart of hearts, he could beat Devin, he would have been made that fight. Just to spite Bill. But he knows there's something. Not saying Tank can't win or so on and so forth. He knows there's something there. Believe that. That's why Floyd said, I want to see him fight Shakur. Why? Why? The easier fight to be made is him versus Devin, right?
Exactly, since he can make it.
Since he can make it, right? But no, I want to see him and Shakur. I want to see, and now he gave you an unrealistic scenario. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this, and then I'm going to let the brothers cook. But I want y'all to pay attention. I'm going to give y'all some food for thought. Floyd and Leonard Ellaby always tell you, what's the first thing they tell you? We keeping this in-house. We don't have to have fights out-house, right? We keeping it in-house, right? So why, when people talk to Floyd about Devin fighting Tank, and Devin don't have any commitments to any promotional companies, he has no obligations to nobody, why is Floyd telling you that Tank is going to fight out-house against a top-ranked fighter? That don't even make sense. He's telling you, well, I want to see Tank fight Teo and Devin fight Shakur. That's both outhouse fights. But then in the same token, he'll tell you, we don't need Tank to fight outside. We keep it right here in-house. And then they'll tell you that Bob Arum ain't going to do business with them because why would Bob put his cash cows up against a fighter that he probably knows is going to lose? That's what Leonard tells me. That's what Leonard told the world, right? So why would Floyd go on record and say, I want to see Tank fight Teo, a top-ranked fighter, and I want to see Devin fight Shakur, a top-ranked fighter, when they should be fighting each other because you have Tank and Devin doesn't have any commitments and obligations to anybody? Shouldn't he be saying, I want to see Teo and Shakur fight since they're under the same umbrella, and then Devin and Tank fight?
Exactly.
He don't say that, though. Right? And so now it's ironic. He gives praise to Ryan Garcia, talking about Ryan Garcia is one of the faces of the sport of boxing. Yet when Ryan Garcia was asked about Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, he said Manny Pacquiao had a better resume and better career. How ironic. And then said Floyd Mayweather feelings hurt because I said Manny Pacquiao had a better career, a better resume. Ryan Garcia said that. But yet you praising him, who's never fought for a world title, never won a world title, and saying the fighter that won a 2-division champion and an undisputed champion, the reigning WBC junior welterweight, thinks he's bigger than what he is. That's personal. That's personal. He's not thinking based off of the sport. He's thinking personal. And see, people took when Bill said, hey, you've been P. Diddying these fighters, so on and so forth. And people take that because they don't know the whole history of the situation. So they look at it when he said, oh, you P. Diddy, they think that Bill just took a shot at Floyd. This is deep rooted. This goes back. This goes back further than that comment. That comment is just that's why he said, man, we tired of what Floyd man. Because why? Like Tank always say, man, this dude do one thing, say one thing. You understand? So it goes further back than people than on surface. But that's all I had to say about that. Go ahead, ASAP.
All right, my brothers, my great brothers up here on the panels. How y'all feeling?
We in the building. We in the building.
Good.
Feeling great.
Sure.
Feeling great.
So
I want to say during the pandemic, we outside.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we good. You know it's good.
So guys, I think some of you guys heard us unpack a little bit. What do you guys think about this? It's not a torn retina this time. It's a what is it? Cataract now. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I keep going back and forth with these two.
It might have changed. Cataract. Twitter might have changed. It might be.
Yeah, it might have changed. Right? Maybe something else. What do you guys think about this cataract with EJ, man? With Bud stating
He trying to stall him out, bro. He trying to stall him out.
He said he's trying to stall him out. Go ahead and jump in. What do you mean by he's trying to stall him out?
Yeah, he trying to. Man, there's no reason. For one, I wanted to say this yesterday. Remember, it was Errol that came out and said, "Hopefully, we have this fight in December." In December, okay. Errol's words, right? So if everything went planned to his words, everything was supposed to happen in December. How you wait to January to get something done?
No, I thought that he stated, hopefully we have this fight at 154 in December. I thought he was alluding to the weight class. Yeah, I don't.
But still, even what you just said, isn't that still alluding to having the fight before in December, whether you're at 54 or not? For sure. So why wait to January to do something? You just and you know that is gonna make it go longer. You know that.
So what would be the incentive for EJ to stall Bud out? You know, I want to hear your point.
Bud we all know that it's harder for both of them to make the weight, but Bud is the one that had to step on the scale twice. So if they are, we don't know 100. If we don't know 100% right now that it's guaranteed going to be at 54, then we're going to have to assume it's going to be at 47. Correct? Now, if it's at 47, and it's hard for both of them to keep making the weight as you get older, as Terence is getting older, as he stated, it's not easy for him to make the weight.
Okay, all right. So you know the fellas are gonna if the fella got a point of contingency with you, they're gonna bring it up a little bit later in a debate round.
Yeah,
so,
I'm ready for
okay. It. All right, my brother True Sam, how you feeling, great brother?
Shit, I'm holding.
All right. What you got to say, man? With this new evidence that's coming out.
Look here, I told you my opinion, anyways. Whether it's cataracts, the torn retina, or whatever it is, I think you should leave that fight alone. Period. Don't even matter.
All right.
Leave it alone, man. That's it.
All right. CK, how you feeling?
I'm good, brother.
My great brother.
Chilling.
How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man.
Nice. What's going on, man? Do you think it's some type of conspiracy theories that's going on in boxing right now? Do you think they knew about it? Go ahead and break it down for me, man. What you think?
The funniest thing is, I actually just mentioned this to Claymore. Somebody brought it to my attention that the man had braids when he got out of the hospital and his eye was wrapped. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, and they were like, yeah, but when has he had braid in any recent pictures? I was like, oh, so this actually could have been why the fight was taking so long to get done. Are these old photos he's starting to post just to troll a little bit, try to get Terence all out of his comfort zone and get him thinking? and then surprise. We don't. I mean, that's just some speculation on stuff. But at the end of the day, man, this fight's going to happen. It might be a stall tactic, but either way, he got stalled out too. I mean, maybe he go fight Evanesian at 154, and then he comes back and fights Bud. We don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, it's some smoke and mirrors going on somewhere.
Okay, so we got two guys alluding to stalling. Sean, what do you think, man, with this cataract thing? Do you think it's BS? Do you think he didn't have it? Think he did have it before the fight? What's going
on? Short and sweet. I really don't know. This is not really even a topic that I really want to talk about. I got some questions about some other things, so I'm gonna just let the panel go ahead.
For sure. Yeah, I just wanted to I definitely wanted to bring up the topic at hand first to see if anybody had something they wanted to jump on.
For sure.
Claymore, what's going on, man?
Doing good, brother. Doing good, brother. Man, listen. I'm not the type of person who speculates too deeply, right? I like to keep everything pretty surface level because just like Ray alluded to a little earlier, sometimes they're baiting you with old pictures and they're trying to steer you and control you, you know what I'm saying, control the narrative by feeding you what they want to feed you. But this is one thing I will say. And I made a video about this, probably one of my earlier videos, first videos that I made, and it's called Stay Ready. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. And I think what you're looking at Errol going through is a simple case of your past coming back to haunt you in your future. And not carrying yourself and living that lifestyle, this is what this is a testament about. We're watching Errol reap a lot of the consequences of not protecting a God-given gift. You know, sometimes the blessing simultaneously can be the cursing. Because sometimes when you're blessed, you don't have enough motivation, invested enough interest in evolving, you know what I mean? In evolving into a better fighter, still trying to sharpen those tools. Because if you're able to make it through with what you got, if you're finding, you know what I'm saying, victories and accomplishments through what you got, sometimes life not giving you adversities kind of leaves you in a little bit of a time bubble. And that's what I think we're looking at with Errol Spence. We're looking at somebody who really is dealing with adversity for the first time in his career outside of that car flipping 5 times, right? And having to be like a normal person and having to run and be on his weight and not walking around at 190 pounds and cutting weight in an unhealthy weight to get down to 147 and getting tools in his bag or using tools that he might have already had in his bag, but they've gotten rusty because he's never used them. So I think that's what you're seeing here. Eye injury, cataracts. They say cataracts has something to do with drinking, right? Like if you drink a lot, people who drink a lot get cataracts. I had an Uncle Max who had the same issue, you know what I mean? And I just think we're just watching him reap, you know what I'm saying, what he sowed and trying to get through that, trying to figure that out. He's trying to figure that out. And I think he really wants to fight bad, but I think life is just dealing him a funny deck of cards right now that he's trying to figure out, and he's trying to find some support.
I like that. You put that on my brain. I didn't know that.
Nice. So Doug, what do you have to say in regards to this whole cataract situation? Do you think it's something fishy going on? Do you think it's legitimacy to it? What do you think?
I mean, with all the stuff that Errol went through, like the 2 car accidents and all the above, like he probably do his eye probably really is messed up. Man, he picked a fine time to like really say something about it, but I believe his eye probably really is messed up.
Okay. All right. So do anybody have any point of contingency with what anyone said on here?
I want to kind of piggyback off of what I said earlier. On top of that, it gives Errol more time to rest up and to fix the mistakes that he was making in the ring as well. You got to take that into account too. The only thing that's really the same is if they do have an immediate rematch, they will be out the ring for the same amount of time.
Wouldn't, if he wanted to fix what he had, wouldn't he just take a tune-up fight so to give him a chance to sharpen up on? Why not?
No. Because one, he was really badly hurt in that fight. Number 2, he don't want to. He want. There's a lot of excuses from his fan base that has been built in for the last 6 months, so he can kind of ride that wave a little bit. You know what I mean? And quickly fix. You know what I mean? Whatever he feel like he needs to be fixed, or take the time to fix whatever he needs to be fixed. You know what I mean? As far as the training goes, and
would you say that
get back and show everybody that was just an off night?
for sure? Would you say that he was more healthy in the beginning of that fight, like going into that fight, than he is now going into the second fight? From what we know.
I think I don't. I think going into that fight, I don't think he was. I think he's more hurt now, coming back into another different the next fight before he started going in, because he didn't take a lot of damage from Ugas.
Okay, so if he was hurt badly into that fight, so much so to where it hurt, where he's still hurt now, wouldn't it make more sense for him to have a tune-up fight to kind of see where he's at, to kind of assess himself before going into another dangerous fight that left him with residual effects?
Nah,
wouldn't that
no,
make more
because
sense to have
that's
a tune-up fight?
Nah, no. You have an immediate rematch. You don't know if you're gonna get this fight again after that tune-up fight.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Sean, you said that you wanted to bring up an issue.
A-side, can I just tag along on what y'all just, because I know about to change the subject a little bit with Sean.
No, yeah, go ahead.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. Before Sean.
Just to say that I kind of agree with you a little bit, Band Up, as far as we don't know how far, he may have been hanging out a little bit too much on this time that we have been seeing him and hearing from him, and he may have a lot of weight to cut. He may have some conditioning that he needs to attend to, and he could probably use as much time as possible. I think he would be there would be a vested interest in prolonging the fight as long as he can do it, just to not cut the weight in an unhealthy way, because he doesn't want to spend more than half of his training camp cutting weight. He wants to spend most of his training camp training to fight Terence. And if he's, let's say, walking around like at 200 pounds, exactly, 195, 205 pounds, he may be trying to cut that weight to get himself in a healthy weight area to where he's not hurting himself like he did before. It's possible. It's possible that he may be trying to push out dates because he's not ready yet and he's trying to get ready outside of actually like boxing in a ring. And I also agree with Band Up on that, as far as like he may not be interested in taking a tune-up fight because the contract might be affected in one way or another if he doesn't fight Terence next. If he fights another fight, what if that puts that contract, the rematch clause, and this is some kind of danger? And as well, Terence Crawford made, because I know Terence don't want this fight. He's over this fight. He wants to move on to other opportunities. So if you give him something to feed off of, oh, you're not ready, oh, you want a tune-up fight? If there's anything in his contract that says that he can get out of that fight, I'm sure he'll jump out of that fight. So Errol might be trying to protect the fight.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that put the fight at risk, just like Blue said, like in a time frame, if he keeps getting hurt, it's kind of holding up Bud's career. So that puts that fight in jeopardy. So if he's actually, doing that, wouldn't that cost him the fight to do that? You see what I'm saying? So in a sense, I can see what you guys are saying, but ultimately it can also be his undoing as well if it goes too long.
100%. I think he's damned. I think he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he don't. Right? Like if he can either go for it now, not be where he's supposed to be, and get embarrassed, or he can risk losing the fight by pushing it out. Hopefully, don't lose it. Able to get in the right condition that he needs to get into and make the fight happen under a better condition. Because I know if he goes into this fight, it's not a money thing for him at this point. This is a pride thing. He really wants to win this fight, and he wants to give himself the best opportunity to win this fight. So, like I said, we don't know what condition he's really in because he's been so secretive and hidden.
Exactly.
July 29th. Exactly.
That's why I said I think that might have been an old injury. He's been off of social media, out of the limelight for a long time.
Right.
He just throws that up out of nowhere. Like, that's what I'm saying. And the fact that he's showing recent pictures. He's with his kids. He's with his parents. He's walking around. He's having fun. And I'm like, yo, how is it two different things you posted at the same time? And then post that I'm back. Like before that. Remember, he put I'm back. So where did that come from? I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he's
remember
ready, man.
Remember I told you I did
He's
that
ready.
video.
That's
I did that.
I'm telling you, that little eye thing is something that happened before, and he's just throwing it out there to try to throw some light. And I'm pretty sure. All right, y'all gonna see.
disagree.
Remember I did that video and I said that when he said that I'm back, he meant by being back on social media.
Okay.
And he started being active on social media again. So people took it when he said I'm back, and they took it that he was saying he back
But
as
didn't he
training.
Didn't he put gloves down when he said it?
No, he just put
You know what he was doing.
Video with gloves.
He put the TD Jakes laughing emoji.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Salute to my brother,
Okay.
Charles Edward Cheese, brother in the super chat, dropping that $100.
Charles Edward Cheese, boy.
In the super chat. We appreciate you. Yes, sir. Much love to my brothers, Charles Edward Cheese. We appreciate you, Cheese. We appreciate you. Go ahead, brothers.
So, Sean, you said that you had something that you wanted to present to the panel tonight.
Nah, yeah. I kind of just wanted to get back on like the little Bud and T.O. and Boots situation.
That's actually where we was going next. So
all right,
you
so
can go ahead and lead into it. No. You can go ahead and lead into it.
Nah, yeah, I had seen a little tweet where he was saying that everybody had a chance to fight him, and I was just remembering what Blue was saying yesterday, that like ultimately it really wasn't no way that fight with him and Boots can happen. So, and I think he said T.O. had a chance to fight him, Blue. Did he say that?
Well, he said that T.O. He said every time you see me, you never talk about fighting. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, and he said that all you got is love for me. Now all of a sudden, as soon as they put a camera in your face, you talking about fighting.
Yeah, see, it's just like, and don't get me wrong, I genuinely love Boots as a fighter and the way he carry himself, because I genuinely do think he wants to smoke. But in the same sense, it's like just because he's quote unquote on his way out, that like he can't take a big fight for all the fighters that like genuinely respect him and want to learn something from him. It's just, and that's what makes me feel like he's moving like a duck. I ain't gonna call him a duck because I'm respecting him, but he moving like a duck for me. Cause these are your last big, like T.O. and Boots are probably the biggest names left that he can fight, because we all know nobody else is gonna raise their hand to fight him that is a big name. Like, we just know that they don't want to risk their career like that because they're already super high in their trajectory and they are more like ducks themselves. So like that's just my thing. Like, I just want to see him go out on top, but fight someone that's worthy of it, that is still a legacy fight, or that would be your biggest payday.
Now,
But yeah, that's really all.
I'm just gonna rebuttal what you were saying, right, Sean? So I 1000% get what you're saying. The problem is the business don't get what you're saying. It's not gonna make business sense for Terence Crawford. They're not gonna pay him the money he's looking for to fight Boots or to fight Teoimo Lopez. So on his way out, going on 36, 37, it doesn't behoove him to take $5 million to fight Jaron Ennis. He wants to get that 30, 40, $50 million fight with a Canelo Alvarez. You understand what I'm saying? As far as for us to say it's big fights for us. It's not big fights for the business. You
so then I think he should just retire.
Well, that's where he's headed. That's where headed.
He should do that now, because I really don't see no one getting him.
But Sean, you being like mean to him, bro. Why you gotta retire? Why can't he just wait? He's like, you should just get out of here.
Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you why I feel that way.
Let Blue finish.
Let me say this, right? With Sean, and Sean, I understand. I understand exactly what Sean is saying, because what other direction is there? Unfortunately for him, he's in a position where it's not there. The chips just fell all wrong for Terence Crawford. So what Sean is saying, you might as well go ahead and retire because there is no names. Like the fight that made the most sense for him, unfortunately, fell through, which was the Jermell Charlo fight. I mean, it's still there, right? In a sense,
It's not the same.
It's not the same anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The chips before the Errol Spence fight, it looked like it was lining up perfect. Jermell Charlo fight Tim Tszyu, beat Tim Tszyu. Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence. You go up to become a 3-division undisputed champion fighting Jermell Charlo. Then you can go and fight Canelo Alvarez. It just was lining up perfect for his time frame. The bottom just dropped out. Canelo was like, I ain't fighting you. Out of nowhere, they give Jermell Charlo the fight with Canelo. That just came out of nowhere. Then he loses and don't even look good, don't even assert himself, and then comes back down, and then he's getting stripped of his belts on top of it. So now, if he do fight Jermell Charlo, well, one, he just lost to Canelo Alvarez, right? They ain't going to give him credit for beating Jermell Charlo. And two, he ain't even an undisputed champion anymore. So I understand, Sean, what you're saying as far as what are you waiting for? Because there's just ain't there. It's just not there. So retire. I just think that Sean. I just think that he's, for me to answer what you're saying to you, I just think that he's playing the waiting game. He's just trying to see if the Canelo fight present itself. But I see what you're saying on the flip side. Dude, it don't look like it's happening. So what are you waiting for?
He's not. I don't think he's at retirement yet.
Hold on, Marco. Let me just say something to Rain and the other brother, because they think that I'm being mean to Terence, right? But look, this is where I'm coming from. I look at Terence Crawford like an all-time great, like one of them Sugar Rays and that type of era, right? So, and I believe that he loves boxing for what it is. And I believe he's one of those last type of fighters that can keep that boxing legacy for what it is and give us the old type of feel with boxing. You get what I'm saying? Like if he were to fight Teo, right? Let's say he would fight Teo for like a tune-up and then go out and fight Boots last. Like, bro, you know how amazing that would be as a boxing fan?
Right.
Like,
yeah,
bro, that's like a real legendary fight because, and I was talking about this last night. The Bud and Spence fight was dressed up. That wasn't the real one. The real one is Boots and Bud. That's the real one because their talent level is literally the same. Like, if you ask people in boxing who are the most talented fighters, I guarantee you those two names would be in the top 3, top 5. I guarantee it. So that's why I want to see that fight. And I'm like, if that fight is not happening, it's nothing else for you, Bud, because nobody else is gonna give you the smoke. I'm sorry, you're too good.
Yeah, but we gotta go by what Bud wants to do. And Bud is.
I get that. I'm just speaking as a fan.
Right, no, I get you, and I'm with you. I don't agree with Teo. I don't want to see him fight Teo because to me, building legacy and an exciting fight isn't him fighting the current, super lightweight champion. That's not. And I don't think Bud would take that fight in a million years. It's just a lose-lose across the board. I think what he's probably going to end up taking, if the Canelo doesn't present itself, is just another belt at another weight class, because he wants to just build his legacy, win a belt at 54, possibly win a belt at 60, and then walk off into the sunset. That's probably what he's going to do. Because those other big fights we're talking about, they don't look like they're going to happen.
The biggest fight left for him is Jaron Boots, and it's outside of Canelo and Benavidez. Them are the biggest fights.
Yeah, and he's not fighting Benavidez either because he's too big, and Jaron is not established enough in his eyes. But for us fight fans, you're absolutely
right. Hey, yo, Sean, I'm gonna just say something.
I feel like us fight fans are forgetting how much Bud turned into a superstar. Like, Bud turned into a superstar after that fight. Go ahead, big bro.
Yo, hey, I know it's not for no belt, right?
Mhm.
But hear me out. Theoretically, Keith Thurman is a bigger sell than Boots Ennis right now.
I
You
don't
think
know.
he gonna fight him?
He's been inactive so long. He might have lost.
I don't agree with
And
that.
we only say and we only doing that. I don't know, because now Jaron Boots Ennis has a belt. You know what I'm saying? But Keith Thurman has already been on pay-per-view.
Yeah, but Keith Thurman's been inactive.
Keith Thurman has already been on pay-per-view for the numbers.
But band up, just to tap in. Where Shine is coming from is more so the best fight. He's talking about boxing talk right now, right? He's talking from his heart about what he knows is going to be the best fight. The best fight we all know is Terence Crawford and Boots Ennis. Really, there's no argument in that space. You know what I'm saying? Seeing those guys fight, that's the best fight that can be made. As far as Terence Crawford's position, it's a money thing for him right now. What shot, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is for him right now. And he, according to his tweet, just doesn't see any sense of it being made. He said it here. Like I said before, Jaron Ennis had 2 opportunities to fight me. We're talking about a kid that's still fighting in the theater. Make it make sense. So what he's saying to you is there was opportunities for us to fight, but at this point in my career, after I've done everything that I've done and I have an opportunity in front of me to possibly get the biggest paychecks I've ever gotten, make it make sense to me why I should go backwards to fight somebody and get money like I'm like before I was accomplished. Like I won't make more money.
Let's not forget he cares about legacy too, though.
Right. So Shine, I'm going to say that because I know I'm on one side of this argument, or I'm on one side of this debate with you, right? That or it may look like from the outside looking in, it may look like I'm trying to discredit your argument, and I'm really not, because I'm actually with you on everything. I want to see this fight as well. All I'm saying is at the same time is I'm willing to respect Terence Crawford's wishes, and when I'm respecting it, what I mean by that is, yes, brother, you've earned the right to make a decision on what you want to do, and I'm not going to get in the way, and I'm definitely not going to point fingers at you and say that you're a duck or you're not being fair. I'm not going to say that to you, because you're at this point in your career where you deserve to it's like being at a restaurant and it's your birthday, bro. You deserve to eat what you want to eat. If somebody wants to come at you at that point, be like, hey, bro, come on, man, that steak, it's kind of big, bro. Why are you eating like that? You're like, yo, bro, I work my tail. Don't bother me right now, man. I'll take the rest of it home. I'm gonna do my thing right now. It's my birthday. I'm gonna do what I want. And for me, it's like it's Terence's birthday. Like he's 2-time undisputed. He's accomplished all these goals against odds. We all watched him on his journey. It was not an easy journey for him to get to this point.
Right.
He's on his way out the door. He said, and I found that video, by the way, if y'all want me to play it, when Terence explains it, like, listen, man, I appreciate Boots Ennis. I think he's a hell of a fighter. He has opportunities going to be there for him. But for me, I'm going to do Errol, this rematch, and I'm going to do Canelo. And if I can't do Canelo, that's it for me. I'm out of here. That's what he said. He said it straight up. That's it for me. I'm out of here.
This is the transitional stage.
I respect that.
This is the transitional stage for Bud right now. There's only a few fights that he wants, and there's only a few fights that he's going to have left. He's already talking about like retiring if he doesn't get what he wants, and he's right now about the bag. He already made what he needed to make in the ring as a champion. So he already got the accolade part. So now it's about that money, because he wants to cash out and he wants to go out on as a champion with more money in his pocket. And there's nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, Boots does not bring that to him, though we would want to see that fight. Now, if there's somehow, some way he gets a WBO and Bud wins a WBO and he's at 154 and he wants to jump up there, that's a possibility. But other than that, that fight does not happen. I don't see that fight happening.
So my last stance on it is, okay, I'm all good with it if Terence Crawford fights Spence next and then he hangs it up, cool. If he fights Spence next and then fights somebody else that's not Canelo or not Benavidez or not Boots, then I got issues. That's it. That's where I'm at with it.
He said it's all about the bag, so you don't want nobody else.
Wait, so you don't like him fighting him too?
No. Definitely.
No, all right. He didn't hear that right.
I respect that.
Sean, he said you don't like him fighting Boots. Yeah, he wants him to fight Boots. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
Boots should be the last one.
No, I
because
said
that's
Tim Tszyu.
that's
You said
the
Tim Tszyu.
last. That is
Tim
that is
Tszyu.
the
Well,
yeah. I don't want
assuming Tim
to
Tszyu gets
see
by
him in
Virgil
Tim
Ortiz.
Tszyu.
Right.
I do not want to see that.
At the end of the day, I think what I think everyone on here is saying right now, or the people that's spoken, is that we want to see Bud have a real good fight, couple fights left against great fighters. But I think Claymore tapped in on the point is Bud does not want that. Bud doesn't care about who's next and who's this. He's all about that bag right now, and that bag is his. He already written his legacy. He just wants to get a few more things in, and he wants to ride off into the sunset happy. Hey, there's no other fights for him.
And that's my point, that he wants the bag before he leaves. That is the biggest bag he can get before he leaves. Unfortunately, it's just the toughest fight.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's too bad for him because he's clearly going to be one of the best fighters of this era. But for him, in my opinion, to be one of the greatest fighters of all time, he would need a few more dancing partners that are of that caliber as well. And it seems like he might just miss those.
Hey, do you think Bud should do like a retire to somebody, bring him out?
Say that again?
Marco, that's my point.
Yeah.
That's why he should fight Boots.
Well, look, I agree. Although you can argue Boots is unproven yet. People could argue that. He's more like...
they could say all that gibberish they want to. We know the truth.
No, we know the truth. And as fight fans, I completely agree with you. But unfortunately, he has his own criteria right now. Bud does. And he could change his mind. We don't know.
Right.
That part too.
Facts.
This is what I'll tell you. Want me to tell you, Sean, what you should do? You should write a letter to His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh.
I'm on it.
I'm on it. Put that bag up for the best fight of the decade. And if he puts that bag up, I'm gonna send you $10 for getting that set up.
I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with that picture, Claymore.
I ain't playing. I'm gonna send you a crispy cash $10 bill. I ain't gonna wire it to you. I'm gonna send it to you in the mail.
What's wrong with that picture though? It seems like they only like the big boys fighting over there for some reason. I haven't seen too many smaller fighters over there fighting.
Yeah,
they only like the heavyweights, light heavyweights, and cruiserweights.
Right.
They've said that. They said just heavyweights, but now they'll
do Tank and Devin, so they'll do Bud.
Right. I'm about to say they entertain Tank and Devin, so they just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
It ain't been the right fight. None of the right fights for the smaller guys been trying to get made.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. What'd you say?
They're probably different. They probably like seeing bigger dudes fight.
Okay. So guys,
probably more money.
The next topic that's coming up, we have Matias at 140. He's allegedly the monster at 140. No one can beat him. Everyone is scared of him, either a chicken or a duck. What do you guys think about a showdown between Matias and Devin Haney? Do you see Devin Haney actually getting beat in that fight because he's battling a puncher in Matias? And if not, how do Devin win that fight? Do you think Devin is scared of Matias? How do you think that fight goes? Whoever wants to pick it up and go first.
I'll jump on that. Devin definitely wins that fight. Devin is rangy. Devin has his jab. Matias has a lack of covering up in defense. He's flat-footed a little bit when he moves forward, and he's a pressure fighter. Devin's jab is enough to keep him off him. Devin moves laterally, and Devin has an unseeable hook when it comes from the right. So I can see Matias getting outboxed and outclassed in that fight easily. As far as Matias really making a point, is he has to get inside that jab. If you can't keep him off you, then you're in trouble. And I think Devin has enough to keep Matias back.
Let me ask this question. Do anybody on the panel believe Matias is going to win that fight?
Absolutely not.
I think it's possible. I don't know if
I think
wins.
it's possible, but I agree with Ray.
I'm not about to go with the possibles, right?
I don't even know who bro is.
Is yes or no?
Well, I don't think we've seen Matias fight a fighter of and to say Devin's caliber is almost not even giving it the right perspective, because I haven't seen him fight a boxer
of that ilk.
A boxer for real. I haven't seen him deal with that adversity of somebody who's not willing to get into those dangerous fire exchanges with him to where he's able to capitalize on what he does. You're dealing with somebody like Devin Haney who will be disciplined and who will stick to the plan that him and his father has come up with to win that fight. And Matias is going to have to find him, cut the ring off on him. He's gonna have to make it happen. I haven't seen Matias actually do that, so I don't think anybody on this panel should be confident enough to sit here and say, yeah, Matias is gonna do it. I think it has to be a possible, because we haven't seen him do nothing against somebody like the style of Devin. Very similar, by the way, to Gervonta Tank Davis, from my opinion. Not seeing him ever have that style of fighting.
Let's stay with Matias. Let's not change the channel.
I would just play the rain. I knew they was gonna do that to you, though.
So can I touch something else on that real quick?
Jump on it.
So another thing I noticed too is we forget. I don't think anybody at 140 can really beat Devin right now. And I'm gonna piggyback off of what Blue said earlier, because I've been saying this for about a year. Claymore can back me on this. I say he's the closest thing to Sugar Ray Leonard that I've seen in recent time. Absolutely. And I don't see nobody beating him right now. I don't care what the power is. I don't care what the movements are. The dude's footwork is incredible. The defense is really good. And he gets in there. But go ahead, go for it.
I agree with you. I think he is, but I can't say that he's the best of the crop. I think there's so many things left unanswered with guys like Tio, even Tank, because he's only 5 pounds away. It's so hard to tell, but Devin is definitely. That's why when you ask the question, like, I can't say yes or no, because if I had to choose, I'll go with Haney beating Matias. If I had to choose, but Matias has all the tools to beat him. You know, we haven't seen enough from him. That's why this division is so exciting right now, and that's why we want to see these fights. And I don't know if we're going to see the ones we want to see, but you know, all these fights are up in the air to some degree and super exciting.
Let me say this: Sabril Matias don't have.
Yeah, Ennis should go pick up Shakur. Shakur ain't know how to do it. You know?
Sabril Matias don't have the tools to beat Devin Haney.
Not even close.
I think he does.
Not even close. He don't have the hand speed. He don't have the foot speed. He don't have the coordination. He don't have the defense. He gonna get outboxed, just like he got outboxed in that loss that he had. All his wins come by knockout. He's aggressive, come forward, power puncher, and he gets hit a lot.
Well, when I mean the tools, Blue, I mean, you know, that puncher's chance. I definitely would go with him.
He got a punch chance, but that ain't gonna. When you're dealing with Devin, Shakur, those type of fighters, and you that type of fighter, that's not gonna happen.
Probably not.
It's some instances the fighter give you the opportunity to do that. 9 times out of 10, they don't.
Right. Agreed.
Yeah, they don't. So Matias have a better chance beating Tio than he do Devin. And the only reason he have a better chance of beating Tio is because Tio will stand there and he'll stay in the pocket. He have identity issues at times on defense. But if he just decided to be his what he was the first 7-8 rounds against Lomachenko and the last 8 rounds against Josh Taylor, he can't beat him either.
I'll tell you, if Barroso lands the punch on any of those guys, he could punch. He probably won't beat them, but that dude could punch.
Yeah, he could punch too. But those history has shown us and proven that it's just like Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? You know, he didn't knock out. You know, it's just that style. It makes for people to give you the illusion that because we know if they catch you, they can knock you out. But when 9 times out of 10. Then it's not going to happen. It's going to make for what happens is in those types of fights, like Terence Crawford and Victor Postol, you know what I'm saying? Floyd and Canelo, they're gonna get knocked out. Yeah. They're not going to get knocked out, you know, because they don't have the mindset to put themselves in a position to be knocked out. Wow. Devin Haney is not going to put after he got caught. The worst thing that happened for the world of the sport of boxing is that he got caught by Jorge Linares. He will never put himself in that position again. He lesson learned.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tio has more of a chance to get caught against Matias than Devin does. Devin has
by far. Yeah. It's like Shakur and Edwin Del Santos. It just ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
If they don't want it to happen, it's not gonna happen. And then Devin hand speed combination punches are gonna lower Sabril Matias' activity. He's going to be thinking. You saw him getting out. That dude was the last fight. That dude was outboxing him, teeing off on him. He just ran out of gas. And then Subriel Matias Devin ain't gonna run out of gas. And what's gonna happen is Devin gonna fight him, beat him, outclass him, outbox him, and they're gonna say Subriel Matias ain't beat nobody. That's exactly what's gonna happen. And they're gonna talk about how, who did Matias beat? And he don't sell tickets, and that's exactly gonna be the conversation.
100.
Point blank period. So
what does it say if Devin go up to 140, Regis is his first fight, and then Matias being the second win? What does that put Devin Haney, with a win like that? Because whether we like it or not, everyone is calling Matias' name, saying that he's the big bad wolf at 140. Nobody wants to fight him, etc.
That's because he's fightable. These other guys, it's so hard to make the big fights with the four kings. Matias, I feel like, is the most achievable fight. So
yeah, because he's not a big draw.
Right.
What I'm saying is
Matias is considered the boogeyman. This is why Matias is considered a boogeyman, because all his wins came by knockout.
Right.
But we ignore the fact that he lost and got outboxed. So all his wins came by way of knockout. It's just like everybody says Artur Beterbiev is the boogeyman because all his wins came by knockout.
Who beat Matias?
Hold on, Blue. Hold on now. Don't do my dude Arthur like that.
No, I like Artur Beterbiev for sure. 1000%. But
he's been knocked down 3-4 times, Beterbiev.
Yeah. People say he the boogeyman.
We're
Rachel
talking about that right now.
Blessings to the queen. Rachel Donaire in the building. How you feeling, Queen?
What's up, Rachel?
Salute, Rachel.
What just happened on my soundboard?
Salute, Rachel Donaire. Hey, salute my guy Marco too, man. What's happening with you, man?
That's the godmother right there. Rachel's the godmother.
Salute to my brother Jonathan 97, brother in the super chat. We appreciate you, brother. So Subriel Matias is a good fighter, no doubt. But again, who did he beat for the belt? Saint Cyr was good. Who did he beat for the belt? Nobody knows. He lost already. Nobody talks about it. Everybody just talks about it because he lost to Anayan back in 2020. He got a box. He lost a unanimous decision to a guy that was 14 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. You understand? and again, he's not a puncher. Dude has 9 knockouts in 25 fights. And he's 5'8" with a 67-inch arm reach. He don't even have a long arm reach. And he's orthodox, a Russian fighter. It's not even like he's southpaw. So again, I said, and by the time Subriel Matias fought him, he already had 2 losses. He had 2 draws. You understand? And he got outboxed. So, we know that the blueprint is there. And the only reason he's being pegged as this, Ben Davis, what's up, as this boogeyman is because all his wins came by knockout, like Virgil Ortiz and what's his name? Artur Beterbiev.
And Blue, he got put down in round 7 in that fight. He actually got put down.
Yeah, he got put down. Look at his style.
Not somebody who's not a puncher.
Yeah. Look at his style. So again, when you put him in there with Devin Haney, it's going to look lopsided. It's going to be one-sided. And then this is what's going to happen. Well, he already lost. He ain't never beat nobody. It's going to get swept under the rug. It's pointless. It's just like Regis. Devin Haney struggles with southpaws.
I mean, that's
Devin Haney struggles with power punches. He goes in there, outclass Regis. First thing they say, man, this dude started boxing when he was 17. He do this, he ain't do that. It's just pointless.
That's haters. Haters talk that way. Nobody knows boxing.
But the funny part about that, Marco, is those are the ones that control the sport of boxing. That's the ones everybody pay attention to. That's why they give credence to guys like Ryan Garcia, who's never fought for a world title, never even won a world title, never been in a world title fight. Okay, and yet people talking about, well, he sells more than Devin Haney. Ain't never sold a pay-per-view before Tank or after Tank Davis fight.
Nope.
But yet he's a bigger star than Devin Haney. How?
Jake Paul's a big star, and
right? Because again, it goes back to that commercial. It's just those are the ones that run the sport.
Yeah,
for sure.
I see something in the chat. Somebody said Haney loses to Virgil.
Virgil Ortiz.
Ortiz was in 154.
Oh God, that's not even weight jump. That's not weight jump,
That's
please.
a good fight, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good fight.
Virgil at 154,
Yeah.
talking about going to 160.
And talking about 160.
Devin gonna be there.
That's three divisions.
Haney probably has
Not
the
160, but
capacity
he gonna
to
be
go
at
the highest
154.
out of all the current 140 pounders, right? To end his career at the highest.
So when I define Devin Haney, the one thing I define him is as a boxer. Like he is a boxer in a ring. You can put other fighters in the. I mean, Shakur too, but you can put other fighters in the scenarios. But you only get fighters and brawlers. You don't have a lot of boxers today. And when you got a pure boxer, it's hard to beat them because they understand the game and they have tools in their toolbox and they know how to sharpen them. So when you don't see fighters, like I think Tank is a fighter, and we haven't seen Tank digging his toolbox. We might have seen him partially when he fought Pitbull, but we never seen him digging his toolbox. We never seen him challenge. He always gets a knockout. He always same thing with Matias. Have we really seen him challenge?
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you consider Tank a boxer?
He's a fighter.
He can be. He could be a boxer.
He could be. Yeah, he could be. But have we seen him box? Like really get besides that one little moment with Pitbull?
He's so.
I mean, it wasn't a little moment. It was the whole fight. We seen it.
He's so physically at a disadvantage. It's hard for him to box.
Let's give it 100%.
We still seen it.
So when we watch him fight Pitbull, how many times was he trying to land that uppercut and Pitbull was blocking that shot? So really, was he really boxing him, or was he really going? He was trying to land that uppercut that most of that whole fight.
He was landing that uppercut.
No, he didn't. He was blocking that uppercut. That's why he didn't get to him.
I mean, he get blocked. It's a fight,
okay.
But he was landing that mug. I'm just saying. I was just asking because we seen him box. Is it like everybody act like we haven't seen? I
didn't say he never boxed. I actually
alluded
to that.
I didn't say. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I did allude to that.
We act like
he definitely can box. You know what I mean?
Well, he boxed against Rolly. He boxed against Rolly.
Once again, somebody takes him down. All he had to do was just move out the way and walk him into.
That fight was too quick to really judge, bro. Though.
We haven't seen him with that boxer. We know that, guys. We haven't seen Gervonta Tank Davis with that boxer. You know what I mean? That guy who's going to control the distance, who's going to be disciplined, who's not going to try to take his head off. We haven't really seen that. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about
not in recent times, at least. So,
period.
We don't know what he's going to do. And when we're talking about boxers, we're talking about Shakur, Devin, Teoimo. We're talking about boxers. You know what I'm saying? Not anything in between. That's what we want to see. That's why the hunger to see him fight somebody. So we all want to see how he does in those scenarios.
I don't know about because I consider Tank a boxer.
I mean, he is. He's a good boxer. I'm saying he is, but who haven't seen him fight?
I'm not saying
he
has a high boxing IQ.
Right,
100%.
Which is maybe different than him being a boxer.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I go with that, Mark. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
The reason being is his physical intangibles.
Right.
He just don't have the size to be a boxer.
Exactly.
Right. Who's he gonna outbox? So we saw that against Cruz because for the first time in his career, he's fighting somebody shorter with shorter arms, and he could box him. He could use his jab. He could use the angles. But like CK was saying, is that the problem is he kept overshooting up the uppercut because he never adjusted to the size of Isaac Cruz. So he kept missing it because he didn't adjust to the size difference. So he kept shooting it and Cruz kept catching it. Bang, bang. He kept catching it. Bang. He was catching the hook too. Bang, because for the first time in his career, he was punching down. And somebody was getting up underneath his punches.
He was surprised.
So y'all don't.
Yeah, he was very
shocked. He was like, "What is this?"
Yeah. It was very surprising. Right. And then remember, Isaac Cruz makes himself even smaller as the fight because he punches down.
Yeah.
So
he makes himself even smaller, and then he's tight.
Right.
He fights very tight. He don't have a lot of openness. There's not a lot of air in his defense. So, and then he wings his punches quickly out of that tight defense. Bang! He comes over the top. So it's like it's hard to judge him. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to gauge him. You trying to punch down. So he kept trying to. He felt because he was he was kind of over his toes that he could shoot the uppercut and pop him, bang. You know what I mean? But Cruz was quicker and better than what he thought, and so he utilized his legs. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question, Blue. I got a question. So when we speak in the term box, right?
Mm-hmm.
are you saying that boxing is only like keeping the distance from the outside, good movement, like sticking the jab, and like being the outside fighter? But
No.
do you not also look at it as like it can be the pressure type of boxing, which is more so what Tank is quote unquote better at? Because I'm not sure, because we haven't seen everything. We only seen it one time, so I can't just say he's better at it just because I only seen him
But,
do one thing more. So
well,
what I
I say boxing in the sense, right, Sean, of the sweet science: hit and not get hit, using angles, using the jab, using your feet. Being precise, right?
Mhm.
Anybody could be a pressure fighter.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody could come. That's you taught that if you got any type of heart, you're gonna come forward in the streets. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be taught that. That's a natural instinct. You're gonna come forward. You know what I'm saying? And if especially if you coming forward against somebody that's reluctant to engage with you, they're gonna be backing up, which makes you mean you're gonna be coming forward even more. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about you being able to control the distance with your jab, understanding the distance, understanding foot placement.
Mhm.
Your foot on the outside. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Turning into the pivoting and turning in the direction away from the opponent's power hand, right? Things like that.
See?
Not being over committed to getting out the way, but just enough that you
And
can still be able
yeah,
to
But
yeah,
respond.
right.
there are
And
some
and I
boxer.
see Tank do that every time he fight.
Well, you know who else? Julio Cesar Chavez is a good example of a boxer brawler mixed into one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so usually you have a brawler or a boxer, but then you have those fighters who are kind of combined. Tank might be both, but
Yeah,
he
he
can't
And when we
box.
talk about Julio
Like
Cesar Chavez,
Broner?
when he faced the true boxer like Pernell Whitaker, he lost.
He
Yeah.
did, but that's
Terence.
not because of Pernell's box. That's because Pernell's amazing defense too. Pernell's
And
just
Frankie
a fighter.
Randall too.
But Pernell wasn't running. He
Would you
was just getting
consider
out
like
the way.
Broner like a boxer
Yeah.
brawler?
But
Broner's a boxer puncher.
Yeah,
you know,
not brawler.
but Chavez is a boxer brawler. He's kind of both.
Yeah, Chavez is a boxer brawler. Tank is a boxer puncher.
Right.
So what
Exactly.
the thing about Tank that people don't realize is that he's a boxer first, but his physical attributes is what hinders him from doing that. So
Hey, Blue. So real quick,
hold on, let me finish this point.
what is Fury then? Who would you
So
consider Fury?
hold on, let me finish this point. So what he does is that he relies, what Tank does is rely on making you come forward. He makes you give up your height so that way he can have his advantages. He makes you close the gap opposed to him closing the gap. If you look at the Mario Barrios fight, he lures you in and lets you close the gap to where now you in his range. Even the same thing he did with Leo Santa Cruz. That's why he clipped him. He'll let you throw Ryan Garcia through 4 straight punches because he's letting you take those steps to close the gap, so he don't have to overextend himself. You understand what I'm saying? If Mario Barrios would have had, and I don't like to say this because it makes it seem like they're not smart, but if Mario Barrios paid attention and understood where he was at from the 5th round on, he would have won the fight. He would have outboxed. Tank didn't make adjustments. Barrios got too close.
Comfortable, yeah.
He got too comfortable. He closed the gap for Tank.
Tank is I call it a Manador counterpuncher.
Exactly.
He'll stay there and be like, "Come on, come at me," and then
he invites you in.
Right.
Invites you in. He gives you this false sense of pride, false hope that you about to hit him. All you gotta do is hit him a couple of times, and he'd be like, "All right, I'll let you hit me a couple more times." And you hit him a couple of times, then before you know it, you in his wheelhouse.
Right. And not to mention Barrios is flat-footed, Blue. Like he ain't got no side movement or nothing.
Exactly. Look, did you see how I went back and watched the fight? And if you watch the fight with the Barrios fight, man, Tank was desperately punching. He was leaving his feet throwing hooks because he couldn't get the Barrios.
Facts.
So, which lets you know Barrios, if he would have stayed patient and stayed under control, he would have outboxed Tank.
He got greedy. He was
So
getting
Blue,
he got those chops.
Hector Garcia. What was Hector Garcia doing? Same thing, outboxing him.
Yep.
And then didn't even realize how close he was getting him. Before he know it, he's starting to get hit.
Yep. So Blue, in that sense, I'm drawing the conclusion that when we talk about boxers, that I feel like people feel that Tank can't outbox the better boxers, you know, like the pure boxers. So that's why they're a little reluctant to call him a boxer. Is that wrong?
No, he is a boxer. Like you're right, he can box. He's a masterclass boxer, but his physical intangibles and his discipline, right? Because if he was fighting at 122 pounds, like Inoue and Fulton and those dudes, you would see his boxing ability because they have the same intangibles, his arm length and height and things like that. But because he fights above his size, his height, right? Then you don't see it, right? It's like, for instance, Mike Tyson has a great jab. You don't always equate Mike Tyson with having a great jab because he had to do all of this
to get in,
duck and do all this just to get on the inside because they had a 7-inch arm reach advantage and 6 inches taller than him, and so he had to do all this feinting, you know what I'm saying? All that extra work he had to do, like Manny Pacquiao, for instance. You know what I'm saying? He have to do this. They have to do that to close the gap. Right? Manny Pacquiao, he comes out immediately. He has to do that. He has to get you flustered to close the gap. If he don't,
Loma does the same thing.
Lomachenko, right? So when Floyd Mayweather, you can control the pace of the fight. Hence the reason why I tell people Devin Haney is going to beat Tank, and people be like, "Nah, man, what Devin going to do when Tank hit him?" He's not going. I don't know what people are thinking. What are you seeing? You think that Devin is just going to be there to get clipped with this left hand? He's not.
You know, I thought at first that Tank would also beat Devin, but after Devin's last performance, man, Devin's gonna be hard to beat.
He's gonna be very difficult for somebody like Tank to beat.
But if you think about all those guys, you know, Tank has a shot of beating all of them, and they all have a shot of beating Tank. Teo, Devin, Shakur, all of them. Shakur's probably gonna be the most lackluster one to watch, but.
Whoa.
Man. He got so much work to do to redeem himself.
Nephew, to band up to answer your question.
Marco, don't do my boy like that.
Tyson Fury is a very herky-jerky. Tyson Fury doesn't have a style. He's very herky-jerky. He can box if he needs to. He can be a pressure fighter if he needs to. But he's just unorthodox. He just adapts to who you are. He's very, very just flimsy. You know, he can use his jab if he need to.
Lean on you
in a blinding manner, but he can use it as a stick if he want to as well.
You're talking about Fury?
Tyson Fury, yeah. He could follow back with a 1-2 if he wants to.
Yeah.
Right? He could throw the uppercut if he wants. He's a chameleon. He doesn't really have a style.
Absolutely. He crafts his style to who he's fighting. Especially for them, yeah.
It's like Floyd Mayweather. People confuse Floyd Mayweather with being shoulder roll. If you really watch Floyd Mayweather fights, how often does he actually use the shoulder roll in the fight? Not that often. He'll on that front foot. He'll go to it depending upon where he's at in the ring. Dictate when he's going to use the shoulder roll. Outside of that, you see Floyd high guard or his hands is relaxed at his side.
Ready to pull a counter.
Right. Now, if he wants to, at times when Floyd wants to close the gap, he'll go on the shoulder roll and walk you down. Right. And he inching towards you, and he'll pop little punches. You know, he's inviting, like Marco said, he's inviting you in. Right. That's why he goes to that.
Yeah, that's what Adrian Broner used to try to do. He didn't do it as good.
Right, because why? Adrian Broner don't have the physical reflexes the tools that Floyd has. His arms is not as long as Floyd. His reflexes are not like Floyd. So when Floyd could pop you out of that shoulder, pop, and you don't even see the punch coming. It's just short and choppy, and bang, and he'll stick you. You know what I'm saying? And then he knows when he'll lean in with you, push you off with the shoulder roll, just to create enough separation. And when he push you off, pow, he gonna let you have it as he's pushing you off. You know what I'm saying? So
that's Cotto.
Exactly. It's just, and then he'll shoot the uppercut out of there. You understand? So it's again, these dudes that can't be taught.
Blue, can you do me a favor?
Can
you tell Devin to start throwing his uppercut again?
Well, let me tell you why Devin has stopped throwing it. Because it goes back to the physical, who's he fighting? You know what I'm saying? These dudes are short. Lomachenko is short. Regis is short. So it leaves him susceptible at times if he misses. You know, he'll at times because he's very lanky, so he'll overshoot it at times.
Mhm.
He'll come up here and then you see him try to get back, right?
Mhm.
Like that, because if he misses, because they're so short.
Yeah,
But
range.
he'll start using it. But that's what I'm
I
saying.
need
With
that.
Devin has gotten to a place where Tank has gotten into a very comfortable setting in his career where he allows you to win on points and all of that, and then he'll close the gap. If you watch his last fights with Rolly, same thing. Leo Santa Cruz, same thing. Ryan Garcia, same thing. Hector Garcia, same thing. It's the same storyline, and you run the risk. The danger in that is getting comfortable in that setting. Like, for instance, when you watch Deontay Wilder fight against Bermane Stiverne and Chris Arreola, using his jab, bang, using his jab, bang, bang, change the level with his jab. Then he got comfortable with landing that right hand. And then all of a sudden you start seeing him fixing his glove all the time doing this. And wasting time. Instead of popping his jab, he's just fixing his glove. Because he's just doing what? He's looking to do this, bang. Opposed to just shooting a jab, bang, bang. How often do you see Wilder now at these times shoot the jab and it comes straight, bang? He got comfortable with just shooting the right hand off the hip and knocking you out. That's the danger you run into, that you get comfortable, because it's extremely exhausting to box. It's exhausting. So if I don't have to use all this movement, I'm not. Floyd started getting comfortable just playing it, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Keeping his eyes open, chilling, taking what you give him, not forcing the fight. He just got comfortable in that. He got comfortable. Fit for life. Doc in the building in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. He said, I think the path for Crawford is to challenge Jamal for his 160-pound belt. If he wins, that sets up the Canelo fight at a catchweight. Canelo ain't gonna do no catchweight. That's number one.
Nope.
True Thought TV, what's up, family? Guillermo Maldonado, what's up, family? Canelo ain't doing no catchweight. And it looks like Jamal Charlo is getting ready to fight Caleb Plant at 168.
Right.
That would be a great storyline. That's a great idea if he could do that, right? But more Jamal Charlo, C. Urban West, what's up, family? Jamal Charlo is getting ready to fight Caleb Plant at 168. He ain't coming back down to 60. That's over. But again, like I was saying earlier, it's truly unfortunate for Terence Crawford that the floor dropped out. The chips was all lined up, and to be honest, Canelo ruined it. Canelo came in and he ruined it, man.
You said Canelo will win what?
How do
He
you
ruined it.
How so?
Because he fought Charlo.
Yeah, he took Jamel Charlo out the equation. That was it. If Jamel Charlo would have stayed the course and fought Tim Tszyu, Canelo would have fought whomever at 168.
Maybe Big Charlo.
And Tim Tszyu, Charlo would have beat Tim Tszyu, I think, right? His confidence at an all-time high at that point. He would have beat Tim Tszyu, I believe. Terence Crawford beats Errol Spence. There's a storyline. The storyline is they friends, they got the same trainer, so on and so forth. He fights Ennis, a 3-division undisputed champion. The storyline is huge. Big money for Terence Crawford. Big storyline. They was yapping at the fight in between rounds. That's going to be part of the promotion. It's huge. It all got ruined. And then let's say Crawford would have beat Jamel, hypothetically speaking. He beats Jamel. Then it creates a storyline for him to go to 160 and fight Jamal, his identical twin brother, one weight class bigger, the bigger Charlo. He fights him, beats it. You understand? Like, there's so many different storylines that got ruined because Canelo chose Jamel Charlo. It derailed everything.
Yep.
It derailed everything. Ed Hinkerson, brother in the super chat. dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Salute to my brother Ed Hinkerson in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, "What's happening, Blue A side? You think Tank would be better at 140? Been at 135 for a minute. Also, say Haney won't be there for the L. Seen Tank with the mean right hand. Devin Haney won't be there for the left. Seen Tank with the mean right hand put down Barrios with others as well. Yeah, but the thing is, Ed Hinkerson, is that he leaves his feet with those right hands.
Mm-hmm.
He's more precise and accurate with his left hand. With his right hand is because his opponents are already flustered. They already felt his power. They already making mistakes, and he makes them pay. You understand? Devin Haney, that right hand, that ain't going. He's gonna have to do the right hand because Devin Haney's going to eliminate the left hand, so, and therefore Devin Haney is going to be prepared for the right hand as well. It's just a. They know it's a bad matchup. Not that the Tank can't win, because he very well can win, but they know stylistically it's just a bad matchup. Evander Holyfield, you ever watch the story of Evander Holyfield? And Evander Holyfield told his story. From the first time him and Mike Tyson sparred, he said they both knew that Mike Tyson couldn't beat him. As he was a light heavyweight. He said they both understand right there.
Who said that?
And Evander Holyfield said that. And he said that from that point forward, he knew he was essentially in Mike's head. He said that they went and played pool, right? Like, I guess they was in the camp for somebody, and they was playing pool. And he said Mike was bullying everybody playing pool. And he said Mike was grabbing the pool stick out of everybody's hand. You know, he was bullying everybody. And he said he walked up to Mike and snatched the pool stick out of his hand and said, "You ain't doing that to me, and you ain't doing that on my watch." And he said Mike walked away. And you can look at the fights and the body language in those fights, right? You know, Devin knows from that second sparring session, he grew. Whatever he saw in that second sparring session, whatever they went through, they both know the capabilities. And Devin knows he's grown. That's where the difference lies. He knows it's just his tools, his skill set matches up perfect with Tank's. That's not to say Devin's skill set is going to match up perfect with Gary Anton Russell.
Blue, just to touch on that.
Hey, Blue. I got one question real quick.
Hold on real quick, band up. Blue, I gotta head out. So
we getting off in 5 minutes anyway.
Oh, okay. I was about to okay, all right.
No,
let me ask Blue this question.
Everything closing remarks, fellas. And as you make your closing remarks or statement, it'll just help us easier if you log off after your closing statements. We can start off with CK, if you want to start it off, you can, or band up if you want to start it off, you can.
I mean, mine is more of a question, but I do want to thank you guys for always having me and allowing me to cook on the platform, which you always build for real, because it's very important for us to get the real knowledge out there to the fans and not the fan base fanboys, because the casuals don't help us. They don't help the sport. I did want to ask you, Blue. I bring this up a lot. Devin sparred most of these people that won't fight him. And the issue is, I see that's the issue with no one wanting to take the fights with him, because he either sparred them or he fought them in the amateurs, and they know what he can do. And by having that information, they know it's trouble for them. They know it's a susceptible loss, or they know it's an issue on trying to beat this guy. So on that note, I'm gonna chop off, and you guys can touch base if you want on that, please.
Yeah, it's like some fighters just know they got your number. Remember when Antonio Tarver, he knew he had Roy Jones' number, right? He did. He knew he matched up well with Roy Jones. He knew it. He beat him in the amateurs. It's just a style matchup thing. And it could be physicalities as well. It's like Vernon Forrest had Shane Mosley's number. in the amateurs and as the pros. And sometimes you can turn the tides in the pros, but when you have timing beats speed, jab commitment to the sport beats talent. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those things are confidence builders. It's motivational. It's confidence builders from the amateurs. And Devin Haney at a young age. You got to understand when Devin Haney sparred Tank the first time he was 16 or 15 or something like that, and the second time he was like 18, 17 or something like that. So he was young. You know what I'm saying? And Tank was already coming into who he is. Sparring does mean a lot. Sparring does mean a lot. You can pick up if sparring didn't mean anything, then people wouldn't spar.
A lot.
Yes. If sparring didn't mean anything, then it wouldn't be sparring.
The problem is
why you think that fighters have what they say in fights when they come in, man, I couldn't even spar. I wasn't prepared. Right. Sparring means a lot. Now, is it a clear indication of who will win the fight? No. But does it mean something? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. I was going to say sometimes guys are just working and, there's a lot of different scenarios in sparring, but I've been in the gym since I was 13 and I would say 80% of the time they're going all out. The only difference in sparring that I've seen, the only difference is if you get a guy hurt, generally that's when you step back. You don't try and finish him. That's the only difference in sparring.
Hey, Marco, you want to
think about this just to touch on that real quick. If I could hurt you with 16-ounce gloves, imagine what I could do with 8.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes sparring, it's harder. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah,
but that's why I got Tank.
But all right. We got Band Up for your closing remarks.
Yeah, I just got a question. Well, first, before I get my closing remarks to Blue, I know it's not they haven't sparred, but really it's a 2-part question. Do you think Terence sees something in Boots to say, yeah, he got my number?
Do I think that Terence think that Boots has his number? No.
Yeah. Even if it's not even 100%, like, do you think there's somewhere in his mind, like, yeah, this dude probably got my number?
No, and let me tell you why. You can tell Terence Crawford had his eyes on Boots from the moment he said, people started saying they remind them of him. He said, I've been watching him from that point. And he has 1,000% confidence, like he ain't ready. What I know people look at it and like, man, Terence is ducking. Terence has 100% confidence. He like, man, this dude ain't ready. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Real quick, it reminds me of and Marco, y'all remember this? Lennox Lewis and Michael Grant.
Ooh. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, sure do.
It was like Lennox Lewis ducking Michael Grant. Michael Grant, he a bigger, more athletic, younger version of Lennox Lewis. And Lennox Lewis like, man, y'all better chill. Y'all better chill. And
my second part to that question, and then I'm done with, salute to everybody that's on the panel, salute to everybody that came up to the chat. My second part is the fact that Shakur be boxing Bud, and Bud is like sparring with Bud all the time or whatever the case may be, and Bud is such an elite level. Do you think that gives him the proper preparation to be ready for a Haney? And that's all I got to ask.
Does it give Shakur you saying does?
Yeah, the proper preparation to fight a Devin Haney. Because I think personally, Bud got a better punch package than Devin Haney.
Yeah, it's just different because the way Bud delivers his punches is different than the way Devin. I mean, you can't never go wrong. But you being in there with Bud and being in there,
it's invaluable.
You can't put a price. That's priceless. You know what I'm saying? But does it give him experience to help him beat Devin Haney? Nah.
Why
Nah.
not?
Because
I gotta hear that.
Because of their approach. Terence is a completely different type of approach of a fighter than Devin. Like his punches. Terence Crawford has a awkward way of delivering his punches.
Right.
Where Devin is more straight. You know what I'm saying? Terence can loop him like this, like, and that he ain't gonna stop doing that because he's sparring. You know what I'm saying? So it just don't give you his length, his height might be something that but then how often is Terence also, you gotta take into consideration how often is he doing that sparring him southpaw too? Because now it's a completely different angle than what Devin is giving you.
Right.
And is Terence messing with him because Shakur is a southpaw? Is Terence switching southpaw to orthodox? You know what I'm saying? We don't know what Terence is doing in those sparring sessions.
I would think orthodox, but we don't know.
But we don't, because remember,
Facts.
Errol was southpaw. So he worked on this being a southpaw, this fight. Remember, Shakur said he was being southpaw. So it's like, what was he really doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we just don't know. But again, nephew, band up.
All right, yeah, that's all I have for you.
You can't.
Yep,
You
salute,
can't.
man. Salute everybody, man. Salute Marco.
Appreciate you, nephew. But
Salute,
again,
band up.
Salute,
you can't go wrong with that.
What's your name? Claymore.
Salute, great brother.
Salute.
All right. Claymore.
Yeah. Salute to everybody on the panel. Salute to Blue, A-Side. Thanks for having us up here, letting us build. I think today's topic was, we went in a couple of different directions and we had some good conversations, but value these boxers who really commit to this lifestyle, you know what I mean, who really commit to the discipline of boxing, when they get rewarded with wins, titles, understand why you should be cheering these guys on and supporting these guys because of what they've done to entertain you. They're not half-assing it. They're not out there drinking and partying and trying to be something. They've committed and sacrificed a lot to be at the top level of the sport. And when you get to this, if you guys pay closer attention to that, you won't be surprised when you see a Terence Crawford perform the way he did against Errol Spence. You won't be surprised at these fighters who, when you look at their background, you understand how committed they are to the sport. It only makes sense, these outcomes. And that's what it comes down to. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, and I think that's what we're learning 2024, early in 2024. We're all learning this, just watching this whole Errol Spence and Terence Crawford thing just develop. We're seeing that. We're seeing the difference between that guy who was in the gym all the time, who just stayed ready, and you're seeing the guy who just who's looking to tap into that frequency level in order to compete, and he can't find it because it's not something you do overnight. It's something that happens over time. It took you however many years to get to this point. You're not going to cure all of it in 3 months and come back a brand new fighter, But and that's pretty much where I'm at with it. Appreciate you guys. Salute Blue. And I can't wait for the next one, man. We'll do it again.
Yes, sir. See you tomorrow, great brother.
Peace.
Marco.
I don't really have much to say. I don't know I think you guys talked about the Errol Spence thing earlier, but I missed it with the eye patch and the whatever. I kind of wanted to touch on that, but I think I already missed it, so maybe we'll do that another time. Just follow me at Marco Boxing. Please subscribe. All that was, as usual, good talking to you guys.
Yes, sir. Tap in
Marco.
tomorrow.
All right, peace.
Sean.
Yeah. I don't really got much to say. I just gonna shout out y'all. Appreciate y'all for what y'all do. The big brothers. I'm gonna shout out Shakur, Boots, Terence Crawford. My top three right now. I love Terence Crawford. Y'all don't think I don't like Terence. I love him so much. I want to see him make the best fight happen because I think that's the best fight in boxing. But Yeah, that shit. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll be on here tomorrow, so I see
Yeah,
y'all.
and Sean, you and you ain't got to explain yourself because anybody that truly understand, I understand exactly what you're saying. So it's the fact what you're saying is he's boxed in. He is.
Yeah.
So you might as well go.
Might as well. That's gonna be
might
your
as well.
last. That's the money. That's the only one right there.
The only pushback I give with it is just that the money won't be there, and where he's at his stage, so it's like he's just waiting. He's waiting.
Exactly. That's why I say either take that money or just go out on top after the Spence fight.
Agreed.
So yeah, but all right, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel too. Check out my music.
Yeah, yo, Sean, drop the link in the chat, bro.
Yeah, I just did.
All right.
All right. Peace.
All right. Hey, click that link. My brother Sean dropped the link right there in the chat. Do me a favor, click that link. Subscribe to my brother Sean, man. Subscribe to his music. Hey, click that link and support, man. Let's support. A-side.
All right, guys. This has been our show tonight. We appreciate all of you guys for rocking out with us. As I ask you guys to exit, I will ask one final request that you smash the like button. Like I say all the time, this content is not free, but you can pay your admission by just smashing the like button. It's a little to you, but it's greatly appreciated for contents created alike. We had a great panel today that delivered some great content. You can show your appreciation by smashing the like button. We appreciate all of you guys. If you rock with Blue Buzz Sports TV, if you rock with A-Side, go ahead and click that link at the top of the chat and subscribe to your boy A-Side. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We're out. And with that, Blue, you can take us out.
Yeah, and people click that link. It's a simple steps. It's simple steps. That's why I pinned the link up in the chat, because it's very basic. All you have to do is click the link and follow the steps. Once you click the link, you're going right to A-Side's channel. Ring Ride with my brother A-Side. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon to all. Then you could just back out, arrow back, and you'll be right back here. So simple steps. There's no excuse not to subscribe to the channel and support my great brother and my little brother A-Side, man, who will be taking over sooner rather than later. So click on and subscribe to my brother, man. Let's make it happen. I want to challenge everybody to get him to 10K by June. By June, we should be passing 10K. So let's do that, man. Let's support. Let's subscribe. Let's hit that bell icon, and let's get our great brother A-Side to 10K. ASAP, people. ASAP. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.